see. Okay, apparently it's live on the thingy. If you guys can check that for us.
You know when your mobile phone's at the end of its life, when it just won't hold charge?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, been there for a little while now.
What phone have you got?
Huawei P something light. We're not muted. Hello everyone that may be watching.
Listening to our conversation about mobile phones.
Oh, are you? Oh, it's the audio live. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to our Friday night D&D stream. We have been away for the last 2 weeks for various reasons, and it's lovely to be back. So welcome in to those in the chat. Excuse me while I stop things falling on my feet. Whoops. Just try that again. There, right, let's start again. Welcome in, everyone. We hope you've had a lovely couple of weeks. We've had a few sort of cast holidays and unfortunately some cover shifts at work, so we've been unable to get the group together for a stream. However, we are back today. We are sans Solix, however, because Tom is having to cover a shift at work. But he's happy for us to crack on, at least with the first part, without him. And yeah, we want to get back into the campaign. So we shall be kicking off the last book of the Witchfire Trilogy, The Legion of the Lost Souls. For those joining us for the first time and for those that have really bad memories, here's a quick refresher. We have played The Longest Night, which involved our players thwarting or attempting to thwart Alexia Chiano and her attempt to recover the body of her mother and the Witchfire sword, and in doing so attacked the city of Corvus with an undead army. The players did their best to mitigate the damage, but in the end Alexia got away with the sword and her mother's body to attempt to resurrect her. Doing some careful research, the players figured out that Alexia was headed to a temple in the surrounding wilderness, or surrounding swampy, jungly area, which could potentially bring her mother back to life, because in the Iron Kingdoms, unlike most other D&D settings, true resurrection is nigh on impossible. It's not a feat performed by a cleric as it would be in normal D&D. Purely the divine intervention of the gods is the only thing that can potentially give true resurrection. So Alexia was sort of looking into this, but she found what she thought might be a way to get the job done. The party followed her to the temple, followed the carnage she wrought through the temple until they finally confronted her at the machine at the top of the temple and stopped her. In doing so, she unfortunately fell into the depths down a very deep shaft in the centre of the temple, much like the Death Star core in Star Wars, and has disappeared. Upon getting back to the city, the players found that the exiled king Vinter Railthorn had returned to Corvus ahead an army of Scorn, which are a humanoid race from the Bloodstone Marches, from the deserts beyond the civilized areas of the Iron Kingdoms, and they are in the process of taking over the city. They've got the corrupted mayor on their behalf, on their side, and in becoming mayor, Borlock, as the players may well. There we go. I was waiting for that. He seems to be a linchpin within this whole thing, and while the players were away, he orchestrated the murder of the rest of the city council, and has since become de facto mayor of Corvus. He is most certainly helping Vinter, and the Inquisition is back. Now, the Inquisition was a secret police organisation of the old kings, where they hunted down spellcasters and magic users who they couldn't control, and they are back. They are attempting to take over Corvus. Now at this point in time they don't quite have the manpower to completely lock Corvus down, but they do pretty much have the watch on their side, and they've got inquisitorial patrols and the odd Scorn in the city. So there is still the ability for the characters to move around, but it's getting oppressive. The players the last two sessions, they helped out an Order of the Order of the Illumination member rid himself of an infernal demon possession, which has hopefully gained them a powerful ally in the Order of the Illumination, and has brought them back to Corvus at this point. They've got their safe house, and they've got Father Dumas secreted away at Captain Kurgan's shop, for those that remember that one. And they're trying to lay low at the moment until something happens. And that is pretty much where we're kicking off at this point. Hopefully the audio was working and everybody heard that.
It sounded like it.
Good. Yeah, that's our jumping off point tonight. So you guys at your safe house in the evening have a pretty good view of most of the city. Not like the minutiae. You're not high up, but you can see the important landmarks. And something catches your eye of an evening. There is a bright orange glow across the river, and it's kind of flickering, kind of pulsing.
Can I use my goggle special ability to zoom in on it?
You can indeed. Something is aflame across the river. Something over this side of the river is aflame.
It's on a fire, lads.
Where is it?
It's probably Solix.
So if you guys, for example, in your safe house, if you were on the ground floor, the common room area on the ground floor, and you can see this, you have got the ability to go up go up to the roof to potentially get a better vantage point and see if you can see what is going on.
Well, yeah, seems sensible. I will proceed up to the roof and stare expertly across the river.
Okay.
Everybody to the roof.
I've stared before. I know how to do this.
So, from your slightly higher vantage point at this time, you can see that what is aflame is the church.
Well, I don't know that was going to
Well,
happen.
that's not good.
Ouch.
Okay, everybody, let's we should let's go. Let's go put out a fire.
Should we go there, or should we go and check that? What's his face? I forget his name. It's been a couple of weeks.
Father Dumas.
Father Dumas is still at his hiding spot.
Well, let's hope so. But a church shouldn't burn down, guys. That's pretty.
All right, let's go. It's a big beacon. Let's go.
There
Check
might
the
be
church.
stuff that needs rescuing from the church as well.
Rescuing, eh?
Rescuing.
Owen is correct. People may need rescuing.
I don't think
People?
he means people. but-
People equal stuff.
People? People. Yeah, I got you.
So you're heading to the church, are you?
Yes.
With all
I think
haste.
we should. Yeah, absolutely.
Are we
Okay.
going to head via boat? Because we have one, don't we? We have a little rowy boat thing.
I believe we do, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be quicker, isn't it, by boat?
Yeah.
Because we're going from what, here, is it?
Around about.
Yeah.
So you're the blue one. You're the little blue house.
Ooh, cute.
But yeah, so it's. I mean, rowboats aren't notoriously fast. However, you're looking at 7,000 feet, so that's going to be what? Is that 2 mile?
Yeah, sounds right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's probably what?
Either
1.5?
way, I could turn into a swimming animal, such as a crocodile, and give us a push.
You got swim speed now, have you?
I have done for a little while. It's just the opportunity to use it hasn't come up. But my giant snake, he has a swim speed. So.
Yes. So yeah, it is. What was that? 7. So it's 3 times shorter to go by boat if you want to.
Yeah, because I think also if we are running through the streets, we're going to attract a lot of attention, and we may have to fight our way through potentially if we bump into some ruffians.
It's evening time, right? So we can do this on the watery slide.
Yes, we
yeah,
do that. And
So it's early. It's the evening at this point. You were getting ready to turn in for the night, but this orange glow over the city definitely caught your eye. You probably wouldn't have noticed it if it was during the day, but yeah, the way it's lit up the sky has definitely caught your attention. So,
Let's boat it.
okay, heading down to the waterfront, finding your stashed boat, and heading towards the cathedral. As you approach, you can see that fire has caught hold of the whole cathedral at this point. There is very little that 4 of you with buckets, for example, would be able to do. However, you can see that water, even from this distance, you can see water being thrown on. There appears to be a bucket brigade of some description has been drafted has been created already. And as you get closer, the light of the fire is shining on these people, and you can see that there are a few acolytes. A few of the church acolytes are corralling members of the public. Not so. This area of the city is sort of the higher class, the middle and upper class, but it's not those kinds of people that are in this bucket brigade. They've obviously come from elsewhere. To try and save the cathedral, I guess. They don't appear to be making much of a dent, but they are valiantly attempting to put out this fire.
Shall we at least find out if they know how the fire started? Because payback can be a you-know-what.
Can I quickly, like, if you would allow, DM, remember all that talking of create water and purify food and drink I've been doing?
Vaguely.
Cool. Well, can I use create or destroy water?
How large of an area can you affect?
I can create 10 gallons of clean water if I am within 30 foot of the flame in an open container. But, or rain falls in a 30-foot cube.
30-foot cube. So let's just pull up. Oh no, wrong. Gotta remember how Roll20 works. Let's just pull up the map of the church itself. What button am I pressing now? Control? No. Shift. There we are. Oh, Galtos still at the front. He must have joined the Bucket Brigade.
That's
I'm
where he
busy.
went.
I'm that type of guy.
So the church itself is 100 feet long by 95 feet wide.
30 feet.
I mean, you can help, but you're fairly certain it's going to be a futile endeavour. This is a roaring inferno at this point. That rainfall, unless it's torrential rainfall, may not even dampen. It's hot enough, even from
Is
this
there an
distance.
acolyte? Is there an acolyte nearby that we could recognise, that we could talk to?
So you guys are still on the water at the minute, but you can pull the boat up to the shore and attempt to speak to somebody if you want. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Try and signal someone to come over to us. I know they're busy, but
So
we need to talk.
signalling somebody, they don't. They continue doing what they're doing.
I think we need to speak to them because they're too busy to come and talk to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll run up and is there like spare buckets that I can at least look like I'm being helpful with?
I mean, you can join the Bucket Brigade. They've basically got a 2 lines of people coming up from the river and then heading back down to the river, and the buckets are literally just like being passed along the line. So nobody's walking with a bucket; they're just being passed hand to hand.
Finished. Do you want to do your rain thing and help them out a bit?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
the
actually.
The rain still help.
Yeah, I'll cast it at first level for a little bit, just to concentrate on the area that they are working on.
Okay. So I mean, it seems to stop the fire getting worse, but it's not really putting the fire out at this point. And you guys are now close enough to an acolyte of the church who recognises you to have a conversation.
Deb, what happened?
We don't know. Nobody's actually been staying on the church premises the last few weeks, but we saw a flame, we saw a glow, and we came to investigate, and the church was ablaze.
Right.
Right.
I reckon it's got to be higher ups have done this as arson.
It's foul play, innit?
It got to be.
I mean, we're just doing everything we can to stop it spreading, but I fear it's not going to be enough. The fire has taken hold, and I fear there's very little we can do now apart from pray and rebuild afterwards.
I think maybe just get everyone back across the river and just out of harm's way. At this point, I think you're right.
I mean,
We need to do that damage limit. Is there anything in there which needs saving of in particular importance?
I mean, there were many books. There were many things.
Things. What things?
But I think it would be suicide to attempt to get inside there now. With
Go on,
any
Alan.
luck, with any luck,
Well,
things have been
well-
taken out. Whether the Inquisition had already looted the place as they'd done to the university, I don't know. I pray that they have, and that we can recover the items later. That's all we have for now, I think.
Guys, were we using the crypts to store anything? Or am I misremembering?
We did, but
You
then
have
it
you
got
have used the
collected.
crypts.
We
Crypts.
did that already. That's okay then, otherwise for you.
No, it is still there.
Oh no.
However, the entrance to the crypts is in the square building off to the side, which fortunately appears to be far enough away that it's not, the fire is not leaping to it. There is a nice enough fire break here.
Oh, okay.
Because this front porch here is only low as well. It's only 1 story high here, whereas the rest of it is really tall. It's actually, we're looking at a good 50 feet between the main bulk of the fire to the thing, and being stone on the outside, it doesn't appear to be catching.
Okay.
The wooden elements, the roof and whatnot inside the church is what's burning, but you're fairly sure, and even then that leads down to the crypts through a very narrow passageway. So even if, and there was another entrance to that as well that you could potentially re-find. So yes, you're right, you can be concerned, but even assessing the situation up here, you're fairly certain that it might even be beneficial to you, because it means nobody's going to be sniffing around here.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I think someone needs to kill this Barlock to start with.
Warlock.
We should start
Borlock.
Borlock.
Borla.
Borlock.
If
We need to
if
start
nobody
the bottom and
caught
work
that,
our way up.
that's Borlock. So if nobody
Borlock.
caught that, yeah.
Borloch. Warlock.
Okay, yeah, you're fairly sure at this point that it's a futile effort attempting to intervene.
I'll start telling people to head over the bridge and just get away from the fire. At this point, it's just too late.
Okay.
Yeah.
The acolyte that you've been speaking to agrees with you and thanks everybody for their efforts, but does ushers them away back over the bridge. Are you guys heading back to your boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should.
We should.
Okay.
Are there signs of fires anywhere else in the city?
Not that you can see, no.
I think this is a concerted effort by the Inquisition to stamp out religion and also education. You get rid of those out of the way, and then you start to look at you start to dumb down the population.
Okay.
That is deep. I was going to say it's more of a direct attack against the father, who is clearly
What?
super involved in all of this
Why don't
somehow.
we go and visit Borlock?
Borla.
I don't think it's as easy as just going and visiting him.
I wasn't planning on knocking on the door, and I was planning on using my skills to get in and have a word.
Yeah, I think it's probably a bit more difficult than that.
Hey, well, let's let him try and find out. Eh?
Yeah. I'm not going to be the one to stop you, mate, but
Hey, remember when we left you in a cave? I'm just saying. This sort of behavior is why.
Okay.
What is it? What kind of time is it at this point?
You're going to be you settling down. You've gone 2 mile or so over the water, so you're probably looking at closing in on midnight by the time you're going to get back.
All right, let's go rest up for the night, and in the morning we're going to go and see if we can find Father Damas at his hiding spot. See if he knows anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
Okay.
Can I go leave the party when we get to the other side and go and find a position to observe the shop that Father Dimas is in, just to make sure that he doesn't get taken during the night. I'll just keep watch.
Okay. So you're staying up all night.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Make me a stealth roll to find somewhere to secrete yourself. Are you talking? Are you going to climb on the rooftop of a nearby building, or are you going to stay in an alleyway and watch the door?
Well, it's one of those things where I have to say I'm going to use my expertise, and not a lot of it based on that, to pick the best spot. So if I think being up on the rooftop, that's probably best because no one's going to stumble over me in the dark. So I'll try and find a quiet nook on a roof somewhere to observe it from.
That's cool. The other advantage being in this area, the rooftops are all quite close together, so you can go from roof to roof relatively easily. Should you need to get away. Yeah. So you've. I mean, it's dark. You're a little goblin. You're quite hard to spot anyway.
I am.
Don't you?
I've got beneath notice.
Yeah. So if you're basically if you're not doing something suspect, people just ignore you, don't you? Is that basically it?
Yep.
So you're just sitting out on a rooftop, minding your own business, as far as everybody else is concerned. Awesome. You don't notice anything overnight. I'm assuming you're within 120 feet of it.
Yes.
Just querying.
Yes.
Okay. You guys, you get home, you rest up. Morning comes, and nothing's disturbed Captain Kurgan's, and you guys weren't knocked on during the night. Did you tell them what you were doing, Arwen?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
I did.
And are you going to head back to them in the morning, or were they coming to you?
Well, I think probably it would be easier for them to come to me, because if something had occurred, I may not have wanted to leave that particular area. So I'll wait until I see them arriving, and then I'll drop down off the roof and just update them that nothing has occurred.
Okay.
That I'm aware of. Hi guys, nothing's occurred that I'm aware of.
All right, they haven't got there yet. So
Wait, we're not
No, I'm just practicing. I've done it before.
okay. So
Hi guys. Hi guys.
Interestingly, that morning we had a whole party prepared for Arwen, and he wasn't around. It was weird.
a welcome back party, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Right
We were
3
being
hours.
mean because of the supplies.
There was 1 million gold pieces there, but only for an hour.
So
Yeah, you were allowed to Scrooge McDuck into them.
Don't mess with me. Oh, my drill's flat. Oh well, I can't intimidate anybody, can I? I'll have to charge that. Okay.
So, waking up in the morning, with that information then, are you guys going to get up, get ready, and go straight out towards Arwen?
Yeah, after we packed up the party. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, packed up from the party, that's fine. So, as you come out of your safe house, you can see there's lots of posters, flyers that have been put up early morning on sort of every other available post. Then they appear to be some sort of declaration, and they say, "Our brave men even now are smoking these rats out of their holes, and we shall step up our efforts to control the sorcerer menace by any means necessary."
Sorcerer menace.
That's good. None of us are sorcerers. So
Hey.
that's
No,
right.
we're all menaces, but not sorcerers, so it's
Yeah.
not us.
It's not us.
So I mean, as far as the Iron Kingdoms is concerned, any magic user is a sorcerer.
Oh well. Oh.
But that
That's
would be
me,
all.
yeah.
Right
Any-
then.
any-
Let's crawl back under our rock then.
Any unregistered magic user, as far as the Inquisition is concerned. So the way they used to run it was basically anybody that wasn't part of an officially sanctioned, like kingdom-run magic organization was considered a rogue sorcerer. So if you were part of the Fraternal Order of Wizardry, or even the gun mages, they weren't legitimized as a military branch until after. Guys, are we still live? I've got a notification on Streamlabs saying Twitch is currently experiencing issues with going live.
Yeah, looks all right for me.
Yeah, it looks like we are.
Cool.
Let me just do a quick test. My hand should go up now. There it is. Yeah, no, we're fine.
Fantastic. Right, awesome. Sorry to interrupt that. But yeah, even the gun majors, which are now an official sort of unit within the army, and they are trained and whatnot. They were looked down upon, and they were hunted down because the kingdom couldn't control them. So anything the king couldn't control magic wise, he hunted down with the Inquisition. So yeah, they are after any magic user effectively. So you see these on most posts as you go through the city, but making your way down towards Captain Kurgan's, you notice somebody familiar in the crowd who appears to be heading directly towards you. To start off with, you just see it in the flow of people, but it's a very distinctive head of black hair. And as it gets a bit closer to you, and the features start to resolve around the rest of the crowd, you notice it's Alexia, and she appears to be making.
I hide.
We didn't kill her.
She appears to be making a beeline for you.
I'm going to attempt to disengage and stealthily run away, screaming, "Don't kill me! It wasn't my fault."
You're not there.
Hi, Alexia. Remember me? I'm friends with your dad.
Hi.
No, your uncle. How's it going? Oh, yeah, no, sorry about all that stuff. You're not still evil, are you?
We didn't shoot you. As I usher Tog behind me.
Oh, no, we didn't. Talk did.
Yeah.
Ixnay on the murderer.
So she approaches you as you guys are doing this whole wasn't us and sort of just stands looking at you for a second, waiting for your response.
Did you dye your hair?
You look lovely.
I stick my head around and go, sorry about the misunderstanding.
And to be fair, you were making undead things left, right, and center, and hopefully you realize now that if you remotely tried to bring your mother back, she would have been absolutely insane. Yes, things have gone a little bit south here, because we can all see that all these horrible things are happening, and being a magic user at the moment is just plain dangerous. I probably shouldn't be saying any of this out loud.
Use magic, though, can we?
No, I can. I don't really understand what's happening. But hello, how are you, is in a nutshell.
Well, I mean, despite your best efforts, I do seem to have survived. But you interrupted the resurrection procedure in the temple, and when you knocked me off the platform, I fell through the machine's arcane energies. The machine has placed the souls that were trapped in the sword in my body.
So you're with your mum at last. There you go.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly ideal. Would you want to share a body with your mother?
Oh, well, me and my mother go way, way back. You know, I was essentially part of my mother for a very long time. A whole different story. But essentially, no, I get what you're saying. I did have to eventually move out.
Right, so what brings you back to Corvus?
I want the sword back. But I also want to help you.
Right.
5, 4, 5, 4. Yeah, okay. Do I trust you? I don't know.
Look, the sword's gone. Like that's been dealt with.
The sword hasn't gone. You're not powerful enough to make the sword go away.
Oh, we're not. We met some people who managed to do that. But yeah, you can help us. That's fine. Yeah, that'd be lovely.
To help you, I need the sword.
Well, I mean, why? Yeah, that's right.
To raise the dead.
Well, okay, we're going to stop you right there. You know, raising the dead has done exactly jack for you so far. I mean, it's even making me irate, and I love things that live.
Raising the dead worked perfectly.
Did it?
They were under my control. I controlled them.
Look,
admittedly, my my methods could use some work. I'll agree to that. It wasn't exactly the nicest of plans, but it was effective, and being able to control the undead, we can certainly use that to take the city back.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, everybody, huddle. Oh. Do I have a huddle, or did I just say it? Did that happen? I'm going to crouch all the way down as my Ogwen self.
I was like, you are the huddle, by the way.
I'm going to put my giant arms around the both of them and be like, okay, hey guys.
Hey.
How's it going?
What are we doing?
Quite the morning we're having.
Oh.
Basically, I know you guys are better at this than me, but my idea would be, okay, maybe you step out of line, Talk will shoot you in the face again.
I
It went
mean,
well last time.
yeah.
I'm just airing ideas.
Just like look back at Alexia and be like, "Would just be a second." Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Have we got something like? Have we got an explosive collar that we could put around her neck or something?
Let's make her go speak to her uncle first.
Oh, let's make her apologize. Yeah. Yeah. And then, okay, we'll tell her we know where the sword is, but she's got to promise to keep in line before we show her. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to turn into a dog now, so I don't say any of this.
Okay.
Okay.
On three, we break the huddle. Ready?
Okay.
Although we need to crouch round her so we can turn into a dog without alerting anybody to the fact that there's a magic user over here.
I'm not being
well, I
funny.
did not think of that.
He's twice the height of both of us.
That's fine then.
Yeah.
I'm going to duck into an alley, make sure no one's around, and then turn into a dog. Okay?
Okay.
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 All right. Break huddle. So, Alexia, our friend will be back in a second. Hold on. He's just taking a moment.
May I do all the... Is that okay, Chris? Do I get away with it?
No, I mean you're in an area of the city where nobody's paying particular attention. You're not in a big thoroughfare, so
In that case, Arf?
This is our other member of our party.
I just love the fact that you use wild shape to avoid spilling your guts.
Yeah. I'm relatively clever. I mean, Arf.
Right.
Have you had your discussion?
Yeah, you've got to agree to a couple of things first. All right.
She has a big sigh. Name your conditions, and we'll see if we can come to an agreement.
Right. One, you got to apologise to your uncle. All right. Or just apologise to him for being this way. Okay.
Next.
And two, if you decide to go off and do your own thing, we're shooting you in the back of the face.
Well, I mean, you're certainly capable. You've proven that, but I'd like to think, as we've got a common enemy, that those kinds of things aren't required.
Have you met our group? Like,
I have. You've been trying to kill me for the past 3 weeks.
Look. You've been bringing dead people back to life, so we didn't have a choice.
And I plan to do a lot more of that. Speaking of Uncle Pandor, ask him to tell you the tale of the Legion of Lost Souls. You'll then see. Make him understand it's the only way. The Witchfire is the key.
Right. I mean, you can get him to tell us that. Come on.
I mean, you're coming with us to see your Uncle Pandor.
We're going to meet him.
I've already been to see him.
Right. I'm sure in his fragile state that was a nice surprise when you wandered in. I'm sure you announced yourself very well because that's the sort of thing you do.
I have made my peace with him, and I have a few things to attend to in the city, but I will be in touch, and hopefully we can come to an arrangement with the sword, because without it, we're all stuffed.
I mean,
And we could just leave Corvus. Like, none of us are being made to stay here. I guess. Like,
Yeah, that's fair enough. But Vinter has an army of strangers from the Bloodstone Marches ready to take the city.
well, that sounds like fun, doesn't it?
From there, he appears to have planned this very well. Well, I say he. I'm almost certain that Oberon is the mastermind behind this, and yeah, they've planned it perfectly. There is no significant Signaran military presence close enough to even contest them, and it's going to be weeks before an army can mobilise from Fort Falk to even attempt to take the city back, and then it'll be a protracted siege. It's got to be hundreds of thousands of Scorn outside the city, just waiting to walk in. If we don't act now, Corvus and almost certainly the whole of Signar will be worse. But with your help and the Witchfire blade, we can put a stop to this here and now. You'll be heroes of the realm.
Yeah, that sounds like. Yeah.
I'd like to be a hero.
Yeah. It sounds fair as well. Like, we don't have an army. There's 4 of us could be an army, but we're missing a Solix. So it's like, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Right. We'll head off and see your uncle, and then you keep in contact like you said you would. All right.
I will find you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye. And then start heading off towards the Emporium place, whatever it's called.
Okay. She heads off to an alleyway, but just before she gets there, you just see her blink out of sight.
I mean, that won't draw attention to many people. I hope. Right. I honestly thought she'd be dead, but alright.
I mean, I may have given a big hint when I mentioned Death Star core, given the person who fell down that didn't exactly end up completely dead.
Can I admit something? I've never seen Star Wars.
Really?
I'm a Star
You
Trek.
and me, pack of beers, pizza, full night of it.
Don't you promise me a good time, Mark?
Always, mate.
Right. We need to go and see Panda and ask him about the Legion of the something Knolls.
Legion of
Legion of Doom.
Let's go have a chat with him.
Hey, that went really well. Well done, guys.
I mean, yeah.
You're no longer
you
dog.
back as Phineas.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, let's start heading there.
Okay. It's easy enough. You were fairly close already, but when you spot the party approaching Kurgan's,
Okay. I'll jump down from the roof and walk across to them.
Hey, buddy.
I'd
What?
forgotten you'd gone. I'm not gonna lie.
But morning, guys. Just to let you know, I've been watching the shop all night, and I haven't seen any activity at all, in or out. So
Right. Okay, so right, okay. Did you fall asleep at all or not?
this is my job. I'm a professional.
Okay, I think we need to take you. I think we need to go and take you to an optician's afterwards, because we've just gone past Alexia, who's been to see Panda.
And you missed that.
she didn't. Okay, so she didn't give a time frame on when she saw him. She didn't say, "I saw him last night."
Which
I
is
know.
Marwin.
No, we've
uh,
already assumed.
He's now questioning his own sanity because he's confident he was awake all night.
Did you not see all these posters getting put up either? And I'll point at some random posters around the place.
You would have seen that. You would have seen city, not city officials, but watchmen come round. Low-ranking watchmen come round. And
I saw them being put up. Watchmen put them up. It's fine. I'm a professional. I watch things for a living.
Okay. do review things or something. Right, let's go and see him.
Okay. Let's go and tap on the door.
Secret knock.
Well, Captain Kurgan's is open. The shop is open, so you can just go in.
I'll let Arwen knock on the door and I'll just open it and I'll walk in.
Yeah, so as you go in, there's a couple of people browsing. Captain Kurgan is behind his, for want of a better word, till area, but he motions towards the stairs at the back and lets you go. You make your way upstairs to find Father Damas reading book after book after book. You can see all around him is he's scattered open books. Appear to have been like pages here and pages folded and bookmarks in this one and that one. He seems to have been doing a lot of research, but you can also smell the wood smoke. You can smell the lingering smell of some of this may have been collected from the burning cathedral. And as you step in, you can smell this quite clearly. But you step in, Father Damas looks up from the book that he's reading and motions for you to come in.
I'll walk in.
That wasn't you, was it?
What me?
Fire?
No, it wasn't. However, one of my my acolytes who I sent to retrieve some text that I needed to reference, he did come back rather panicked yesterday evening and informed me that unfortunately the cathedral was ablaze. Fortunately, he did manage to get most of what I needed before he could no longer stay in the cathedral. So it was fortunate, but obviously unfortunate that the cathedral is now ablaze. Was ablaze last night, and this morning is a smouldering ruin of its former self. But the people of Corvus have endured worse, and we will rebuild.
Have you had any visitors really recently?
I'm assuming she found you as well, then.
Yeah. I thought she was dead. I did. I shot her.
When did she visit? I want to know when she visited. Did she visit last night?
No, nod.
No, it wasn't last night.
Vindicated.
She came to see me 2 days ago.
Right.
Inside check. No, I'm fine. Carry on.
So she wants this sword that we've got. Yeah, I've got it still, haven't we?
Oh, we blocked it away.
Okay.
Yeah, you hidden it in the catacombs.
So she wants the Witchfire sword, and she mentioned something about the Legion of Doom or Lost Souls.
Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
The Legion of the Lost Souls.
Yes.
It's an ancient Morrowan tale.
Right.
I was hoping she wasn't gonna go there. Legend tells of a company of mercenaries who were fighting in the north of Signar, and they were betrayed. However, when they were fighting, an Archon of Morrow descended and fought alongside them, but to no avail. And when they were defeated, when the reinforcements arrived, they were instructed by this Archon of Morrow, this manifestation of the god himself, to bury the Legion with all honours, and one day they would rise again when they were needed. I don't know. It just feels wrong. It can't be the right time. Raising them with the Witchfire can't be what the prophecy meant.
I mean, she's up for it, and she said it's the only way we can save this city.
It's not as simple as just getting there and getting them though. The tomb was where are we? I need to get this right. Where is it? Sorry. I read this like 4 weeks ago when we were going to be doing it, and then we've taken a break and we've forgotten little critical elements of it. There we are. So, Father Damasi, he sort of breathes a big sigh, and you can see he's resigning himself to the idea. He's not sold on it yet, but he's resigning himself to the idea. However, he does sort of a spark ignites in his mind, and you can see him quickly flick through a couple of books until he finds what he's after. He goes, "Aha! Right, it's not just as simple as going there. You need some very potent magic. The ancient door that opens onto the Legion's resting place is reportedly magically protected. It's from what I can gather. There's nothing that I know of. Although, hang on. Pass me that one." He points it to a book on the end of the bed next to Tok.
I'll pass him the book. There you go, Panda.
He flicks through it again. It is known that far beneath the Corvus city streets, lies the resting place of a giant, an enormous creature who once pledged his life to our city in exchange for shelter and protection. Colassa was his name, and hundreds of years ago he was the pride of Corvus and a wonder of the realm. He was said to dig our harbour with his bare hands and move granite blocks like they were child's toys. He served the city and served Morrow as a knight of the Prophet for many years, until he was slain by a great serpent plaguing our rivers. Colassa was able to slay the beast with his great hammer, but he in turn fell to its venomous bite. As a hero of the city and the church, he was laid to rest in a mausoleum with other knights of Morrow. The resting place has been lost, sunken with the rest of old Corvus now, but if it could be found again, Colassa's hammer, Dutius, might be able to open the tomb of the Legion of the Lost Souls. I can think of no other artifact within easy reach suitable for the task.
Right then.
Right, so that's right, okay.
I mean, we need to hide this hammer from Solix because he might get a little bit excited by it.
I mean, he may get excited by it, but it's slightly too big for him to wield. I wouldn't worry about him running rampant with it.
That's
so
fine.
we got to find Colassa then.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
So, going back to your darling niece, who I thought I'd killed, but we didn't. What's your thoughts on us giving her the Witchfire?
I mean, I don't like the idea. She's still young. She's still impressionable. She's proven she's ruthless, which is not necessarily a good thing. But no, I don't like the idea.
Did she tell you that she now has all of the souls that were in the sword in her?
She may have mentioned something of the sort.
Now, my question is, how much control does she have if all those souls are inside her?
I think she's in control. Whilst her mother and the other witches, they were powerful sorcerers. I don't think just their souls is enough to overpower Alexia's conscious mind.
And that would be part two. If we are going to go ahead and get this artifact to open up this place with the souls, don't we need someone strong enough to actually control the undead to make any of this work?
Yes, but unfortunately, that does kind of hinge around Alexia.
It's one of those well-known Catch-37 situations.
She does appear capable of wielding the blade. I mean, she proved that on the longest night. She was certainly in control of the undead. Then they stopped when she told them to stop, and they crumbled when she was finished. She's certainly more powerful than I could ever think she should be at this age.
Right. So we need to decide whether we need to give this toddler a gun.
Yeah.
Says you.
I mean, I'm just short. I'm not a toddler. That's just racist.
Aren't you 10?
Yes, but I only live to 34.
Well, okay. And I'm sorry.
Right.
One thing you must do, though, if you do give Alexia the sword, is you must return it to the church, to us, after the deed is done. It must be returned and interred somewhere safe.
I mean, we got to wrestle it off her hands yet.
Is she going to let us do that?
You realise that we have to kill her. We've tried reasoning with her once before.
And she shot a big lightning bolt at me.
I struggle to understand what her end game is. I fear that there is something else that she has in store, but I can't even begin to comprehend her mind at the moment. You must make sure that sword comes back to the church so that we can safely inter it and keep it out of harm's way.
Was Borlock the one who sentenced her mother to death?
Borlock was the one. Was that asked to Pandora, or was that asked to me as a reminder?
A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B.
Okay, so
probably more to you. I'm trying to remember.
She was convicted by the jury, who Alexia has already dug up and reanimated, and some of which you have since dispatched again. The Borlock was the magistrate at the time who brought their dealings to the attention of the authorities. So he was responsible for uncovering them. Without him, they wouldn't have been caught. But he wasn't directly the one that convicted them.
Right.
But he sold them down the river.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. After they'd helped him rise to power.
So, I mean, we have got a mutual interest in getting rid of this disgusting, despicable human being.
I think we should do him a really big favour and take the worry and concern out of his mind about how much longer he's going to live for.
I mean, yeah. I'm way ahead of you.
We should solidify that very quickly.
Whilst Borlock is an evil man and has ambitions way beyond his station, he is not the mastermind behind all this. Somebody else is pulling the strings.
Yeah, well, you start by taking out the substructure, and you work your way up to the top. You isolate the person at the top.
What's his name?
And then
doesn't it?
Oberon.
Oberon, that's it. He's probably in charge.
I mean, we just do a bit of regicide, a bit of mayoricide, and winner.
All right.
Chicken dinner.
I'm reluctantly agreeing to give her the sword at this stage.
Yeah.
Because it's useless in our hands. If she said she's going to help us, and I don't think she... I think she has a soft spot for her uncle. Her uncle's never done anything bad to her. I don't think she will want to hurt her uncle. It's just once we got this big problem out of the way, we've got another big problem.
You do have to remember that while she was trying to raise her mother and right a wrong against, individuals within the city, she was allowing an army to run rampage and didn't stop them until she got what she wanted.
Where actually Arwen wasn't there, so no, I'll keep my trap shut.
Oh, okay. I wasn't there. Oh no, I keep forgetting I had two characters.
No, that wasn't. No, it wasn't that Galtar was there either. It was something that was said in the conversation that the other guys have just had.
Oh,
but
okay,
as Arwen wasn't there, it's not something you'd have picked up on.
It's been a long day. I forgot. Right.
Let's go and
honestly,
see this giant.
Well, it's not seeing the giant, is it? We need.
No, it's getting it at me.
Yeah.
I think without her help, we're not going to win, are we?
No, I think. Look, we'll use her. We'll use her here to see if we can trust her. If she comes with us to get. We need to get an artifact from this giant, right? That's what we're doing. So if she comes with us and to help us get this artifact, and then we can trust her at this point. After that.
Doesn't hurt to have a powerful
Either
magic.
way, we're damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright then. I guess we need to start working out where we've got to go.
Well, does anyone know where she is?
Who
I'm
else?
not worried about where she is. I'm more about where this giant is buried.
Father Dumas appears thoughtful as you're saying this. After he was slain by the serpent's venom, Kalasa was laid to rest in a mausoleum dedicated to the Knights of the Prophet. There's an old map in one of these books. This one here. He grabs another book from beside him. Again, flipping to one of the pages he's already marked. The city was smaller then, he mutters, reading on. He exclaims as he places his book down and points at a spot on the map. It looks as if the mausoleum used to be here near the waterfront on the northwest side of town. Of course, that part of the city has long since been built over. So, northwest, it's over this way. And give me a history roll with advantage.
Okay. It's all about. Oh.
It's alright. I mean, it was a low DC. It's something that you know. It's just whether or not you recalled it
Okay.
or whether you did. You know that area is known as Filcher's Crossing, and it's a really bad part of town. It's also Griffin gang territory.
Right.
The father pauses for a moment as a frown creases his face. He reaches for another book, this one wrought with elegant golden tracery. As he flips through the pages, he mutters, There is another tale of an old church swallowed up by the earth. I wonder if they are the same place. He continues to scan the musty old pages. Here it is. Prefect Sander wrote of it centuries before the Corvus treaties. He wrote that the Knight's eternal resting place did vanish from sight over the course of a fortnight, and thereafter no building could abide the land there, and the church issued a decree forbidding further construction. That ancient prescription has long since been forgotten, and the church no longer claims that land, so there must be something built down there. Yes, I'm sure the prefect was writing of the giant's tomb. Most curious.
That helps a lot.
So where to go there? That sounds. Wait, is that exactly where we want to go?
Well, Filcher's Crossing is quite a large area, and you're after something that has sunk down into the city, into the ground. So, for those not aware, Corvus is built on marshland, and it is constantly sinking. Some buildings just disappear into the marsh itself. Some areas, as they sink, they actually are protected from the river and the marshland, and they create pockets of the old city under the ground, which is known as the Undercity. These pockets sometimes link up with others, or sometimes they are their own isolated area of the city. So depending on where you go down into the Undercity, you can get to some other places, but not all. And you get the idea from Father Damas's description that you need to find an entrance to the Undercity underneath Filcher's Crossing, and then look for this old church.
Okay. Okay.
Right then.
Right then. Sounds like we've got a plan.
Shall we head there after we've had lunch and scout the area out?
Yeah. I've got a feeling we're going to get there and Alexia's going to show her face somewhere. She must know.
Okay. So we're just going to grab something locally at the local tavernry.
I mean, we've had a bit of a party. But,
Yeah, we had a party.
I'm going to go and find some, bread and cheese and ale, and just pack it in my bag so I've got something to eat and drink when I follow this rabble towards our new location.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Goodberry.
Give me an investigation check, Owen, to see how successful you are at finding something decent to eat.
Apparently, I'm pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. It's only going to be what, let's say 5 gold, and you can fill your bags with cheese and ale.
That'll do. I'll do that.
Cool. Anything else before you guys head off?
If he's got them, I'll happily have one of Phineas's good berries.
Oh, absolutely, my friend. Oh, there's a sustain you need for a day.
Was it you eat one and that's it? You happy?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah,
Good.
that's all you need.
Awesome.
Okay. You make your way across the city. It's not even very far. It's essentially just around the waterfront to Filcher's Crossing. Which is that? Now, Filcher's Crossing is an area of the city that is crisscrossed by water channels, flooded streets, and all sorts. There are rickety gangplanks spread across them. There are some slightly more substantial bridges. The whole area looks like it's on the verge of going under. You're near the waterfront, and yeah, anything that's not underwater is at least soggy. Most of these buildings appear to have been built on stilts, so they're up a little bit from the water's surface. But the whole area is damp.
Okay.
You'd be coming in from the bottom right at this point, given where you've come in from in the city.
I'll advise my fellow adventurers about the reputation of the area.
And that is?
That it's a bit rough. Keep your hands on your swords and watch your wallets. Don't step in any big holes.
Noted.
Okay. How do you plan on going about finding what you need?
Right. We're looking for a big sunken church, right?
No, you're not looking for... Yes, you're looking for a big sunken church, but you're not going to find it on the surface. It was clear that it had sunk completely from sight even hundreds of years ago, and it's been, the area above it was banned from being built on for a while, but that has since ceased, and it's been it has been built over, but these are almost temporary, much more temporary buildings than the rest of the city, where it's obviously the ground is a bit tougher.
So it's like a shanty town.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no obvious, looking at it from above at the map, there's no obvious place to go, so maybe we should just start knocking on doors and asking locals if anyone can remember a church ever being around here.
The church is like 2 years old, so...
So this was... It's told before the Corvus... Hundreds of years before the Corvus Treaties. The Corvus Treaties were signed after the rebellion. So we're talking before the rebellion. It's 602 AR. So it's 600 years after the rebellion. So yeah, you're talking a long time. Nobody local's gonna remember.
Right, okay.
I mean, maybe one really old woman who lives here.
Every shanty town's got that one really old woman who knows everything.
So what are we
That's
looking
just
for
fun.
then? Are we looking for grates in the ground? Are we looking for holes under bridges? Are we looking for
You're not entirely
houses
sure.
with cellars?
From your experience in other areas of the city with the gang that you're affiliated with, entrances to the Undercity can be almost anything. They can be in buildings. They can potentially be through cellars. They could be less likely manholes, but potentially fissures in the rock as the city is sunk. There's almost an infinite number of different ways of getting into the Undercity, depending on the area. There's no like one standard way to get into the Undercity.
Be careful where you wander as well, because this is a gang called the Griffins. This is their territory, and they're not very nice.
So Arwen knows that they are not necessarily an up and coming, but gang culture within Corvus used to be entirely ruled by one crime family, the Gertons, and in more recent years, Arwen's gang and the Griffins have wrested roughly 2/3 of the city away from the Gertons. So, whilst the Griffins are power hungry, they want more territory. They're expansionist as well. So yeah, bear that in mind as you are exploring their territory.
Shall we just cautiously venture around and see if we just spot something for now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's look at the inconspicuous two gobbers and two non-gobbers.
Are you keeping a low profile? Are you mooching about? How are you proceeding?
Not stealthily.
Just not stealthily, but being kind of just inconspicuous, like we're acting as if we should be here.
I'm very much hoping that someone jumps us and we make them regret that and then question them.
Oh, that was my plan. That was what I was
Okay, cool. I mean, come on, we've got a track record, guys. So
Tuck and I are fairly inconspicuous anyway, most of the time in this area. So,
I am a walking wind chime.
I'm not going to lie, I'm the most posh-looking person in this entire area right now.
Do you not have disguise self?
Yeah, it's magic.
I mean, to be fair, the plan of getting jumped, walking around looking like a posh toff, is almost certainly going to get you jumped.
That's 100% what I was getting at. Like, look, I want to look like I'm going to get jumped, and then you guys like, ha-ha!
I'm going to change into one of those really fluffy Pomeranian, like a carry-around dog. Yeah.
Marmoset.
Yeah, I'll turn into one of them.
Tuck,
like
shall we follow behind at a sort of 30-foot distance, and then when they get jumped, we can get stuck in and back them up?
Yes, sounds good to me.
So if you turn into a small dog, I guess, and I'll pick you up and carry you like.
Yeah, and just for funsies, once you've been jumped, throw me at them.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Oh,
Good.
guarantee I'm doing that.
Excellent, because then you're going to see me turn into something else.
Cool. Right, you guys know what you're doing, Tuck and Arwen.
Yeah, we're just gonna come and save you.
James,
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be hit by a giant Ogrun, and it's going to be funny.
I was going to say, that was your second wild shape, wasn't it?
This will be, yes.
Yeah, cool.
Wait, turn into a dog on the way to Alexia. Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't had a rest since, have you? Okay.
Unless you could say we had a short rest and we're talking to Panda.
Nah, it's fine.
That's fine then.
Okay. Making your way through Filcher's Crossing then.
Oh, I do hope nobody steals my money. And I hope no one takes it away from me.
Yeah.
And my little pooch.
Yeah.
You're a yappy little dog, James. Is that right? Yeah.
If it's not got a cross, I don't know.
I do hope
Okay.
no one takes my money from me.
Yep.
Because I'm currently carrying a lot.
This happens.
I'm really surprised at how.
Yep.
That's a roll of D100 roll.
That is right.
83 enemies come after us.
Yeah.
Stop moving, guys. Come back to a more sensible place.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the two of you are there. Let me just get this stream to a point where they can see. And yeah, as you round this corner between the two buildings, a couple of thuggish looking people step out from around some other buildings and confront you. Where are they? Criminals. Let's get the right profile so I don't kill you all. That's probably unlikely anyway, but
I think we're the ones who are doing the killing today.
almost certainly. Yeah, I mean, you normally do, so. Okay. Got to remember how Roll20 works. Okay. And it is initiative time.
Initiative.
Woo!
Oh.
Two polar opposites at the beginning there, then. Ingo
Yeah.
and Phineas.
I love that you're going to yeet me and then nothing's going to happen for ages.
So, Ingo, you're first. You've got 3 individuals who are rounding the corners to... They are looking menacing.
I am going to withhold my action
Okay.
until one of them starts moving towards me.
What are you,
In seeing the...
what are you holding? What action are you holding?
Oh, throw dog at people.
Okay. The action is throw dog.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeet the yapper.
Hit done
But-
if you are done then.
I'm just gonna. Oh no! Please don't attack me. That would be ever so terrible.
Tock.
Right. I'm going to sidle up to this corner here. And I will pull out my rifle. My repeater rifle, which is fully loaded.
Yep.
And I will hold an action to shoot anybody who attacks Ingo.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming that Phineas is about an inch tall and I can see over him.
Phineas is currently in Ingo's hands.
Oh.
He's a little pooch.
I'm a tiny, tiny dog.
And he's about to get yeeted.
Oh, and go
So
get
yeah.
Zelda so you've got a sense of scale.
I don't know where she is.
So if I click, should I click done as well?
Yep.
I am running on the assumption that I have 1 HP in this form.
Yeah, let's call it a cat profile.
Yeah.
For ease of reference. So,
That'll work then. Eat me as hard as you can.
this guy is going to come around the corner, looking very menacing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Given that Phineas, you're not actually there, you're in Ingo's space. He's stopping just short of being in combat, but he has got a knife drawn at the ready. Right then, give us all your money. Turn out your pockets.
How about my dog? And then yeet it as hard as I can at his face.
Okay. He's going to have a slash with his dagger at the dog that comes flying at him then.
This is going to be interesting because that dog's just going to go, whoom.
Okay. Normal attack with... Oh, it's a short sword, not a dagger. A 9. That is going to miss.
Do I get to make like some kind of attack throw for throwing a dog at someone's face?
Were you specifically throwing it at his face?
At him, not his face.
Okay, yeah, make an attack roll.
What should I just roll a d20?
You're good at dex.
So it's a ranged attack. It's an improvised ranged attack. So it would be and you're proficient in improvised attacks. Everybody is. So it would be whatever your gun would be. Would be the easiest way. Just roll the gun.
I'll shoot my dog at him. Well,
an 8 is going to miss, so Phineas does sort of sail over his shoulder and land behind him. But he misses his swing on the way past because the cat's AC is 12, and you were moving at the time. So, Phineas, you are behind him. This chappie is going to come in menacingly and go to make an attack against against Ingo. I'm guessing as he's taking that.
Shoot him.
Yeah, as he's taking that last step in.
Give me a second. Rifle, repeater. Just a bog standard shot. 14 to hit.
It scrapes it, but it's a hit.
11 damage then.
11 damage. Okay.
I assume I can't use bonus actions during a withheld action. So
no, you can't.
Okay,
No.
that's fine.
You spend your turn and your action during your turn, and then you use your reaction later on to do the thing. So you actually use your reaction now as well if you had abilities that triggered off a bit.
So I would have had to use the bonus action in my turn.
Yes.
Then. Okay.
Yes.
I understand that.
So he is going to make an Assassin's Blade attack against Ingo. Oof.
Oh. Okay.
Is there no con save for that poison damage? There's normally a con save to avoid poison damage on weapons, isn't there?
Sometimes, if it does poison, sometimes it just does poison damage as a type rather than.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it does. Okay. Oh, he's rolled well. Ouch. That is 24 damage then to Ingo. Ooh.
Yep.
Wow. Arwen, your turn.
So I'm going to race up to Ingo's support, which is 25. I'm then going to try and strike with my +1 dagger.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a hit for 5. And your sneak attack?
Yeah, so sneak attack is roll. Is it? Oh no. Is it slash roll or roll? I can't remember.
It's slash roll.
So 6 more points of damage,
Yep.
and I'm going to use backstab eye gouge, which means the creature's damage by your sneak attack is blinded for the number of rounds equal to your strength modifier. So for me, that's a +1.
Okay, so he's blinded for 1 round.
Yeah.
Okay. Have I got the conditions thing on? Conditions. I don't know if I've got the conditions on or not. Why am I not getting anything? Oh, there we are. Add a condition.
Bonus act. Can I use my bonus action to disengage?
Yes, but you've got no movement left.
Right. Okay.
Disengage doesn't come with any movement. So yes, you could use it, but
Okay, I'm disengaging but not moving.
okay. Are you done?
Yep. Hang on. Yes. Okay.
I'll hit it. It was a little bit of scroll. So this chap hasn't seen what's gone on so far. He's been around the building, so he's going to take a step around and see a little goblin engaging his engaging his friend, and a posh toff. So he's going to go for the gobber first because he's obviously got a knife out. Mark, did you not have another dagger you wanted to stab with?
I did have a second dagger. Yeah.
Because if you're not going to use your bonus action to disengage, you can always use it to bonus action 2-weapon fighting.
Okay, well, let's do that then. Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
8 is a... Okay,
That
I'll
one.
forget I mentioned it. So this guy is going to come around and he's going to attack Arwen with a short sword. An 18 is going to be a hit, I assume?
Yes.
For 3 damage.
Okay.
And he's done. Did he have a nimble escape and sneak it? Attack. He's actually got sneak attack as well. So just before we jump onto Phineas, I thought he had something. 5 more from the sneak attack. Phineas, your turn.
Okay. So this guy has his back to this tiny little dog, I assume. Just for everyone else's enjoyment, you see this tiny, less than a foot dog now go revert to the normal size of roughly just under 8 foot Ogren. But I'm also going to use primal savagery, so not only do I have my big hands, but they turn into massive claws as well. And then I'm just going to have a big old swipe at him. You should never turn your back on a tiny dog.
You can have advantage on that. Not that you need it to hit, but let's see if you get a crit.
Let's see. No, but still.
Oh, that damage would have been better, though.
I'll take the second damage.
No. That second damage would have one-shotted him.
Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been fitting with the narrative.
That would have been very fitting. Is that everything? Is it a bonus action to revert, or is it a...
It is indeed, yeah. I just checked. Because I was like, I hope I can actually do something.
Most of those effects, though, are free actions to sort of drop the effect.
You would think. But Wild Shape has too many rules.
True. Ingo, your turn then.
Potions.
Right, first of all, I'm gonna hit myself with one of them.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get Shield and Hazar out and stab at the bloke.
So you can only get one out. And that would have to be Hazar. A shield is an action to put on or take off. It's not a free action like drawing a weapon is. But you can, as part of an attack, you can draw Hazar. And then next turn, maybe you could get your shield out. But
no, I will. For my action, I'm just gonna get the shield and Hazar out. And I won't be able to attack, but I can just get them out, yeah?
Yep, that's fine, because, yeah, drawing your sword can be done as part of another action, and as you're not moving, you're sort of moving on the spot. So you can draw Huzzah fine, and your action is spent putting the shield on. Yep, that's grand.
Yeah. Do I just move out of the way? No. No, I don't want to risk taking even more hits. Okay.
They are made at opportunity attacks are made at disadvantage.
I know, yeah. But it's just one of those things that at this point I'm taking one hit, maybe two, rather than potentially three.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Tok?
Right. I'm going to fire with my rifle again, and I'm going to use a trick shot.
Okay.
So that'll ricochet. So first of all, I'm going to aim for this bloke here.
Yep.
Right, okay, let's go. Come on, Doc, got to roll well. I mean,
Well,
19.
plenty of damage there.
Yeah.
Max damage.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, he's down.
Then I'm going to ricochet into his mate next to him.
Okay.
So... Right, that one again. 13.
Ooh, let's have a look. He is AC 13, so that is going to be a miss because he's in combat.
Right. Well, it was worth a try.
It was.
And then
I mean, you took a guy out, and then.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I suppose I did. There we go. That's me all done.
So, this chap, having been savagely clawed in the back from his opinion, a tiny little foot-tall thing, he's going to turn around and attempt to kick this dog. As he turns around and goes for a kick, he realises it's not a dog anymore.
Hello.
However, he has committed to this kick. Scoring 15 plus proficiency, so 17
He does manage to kick me, yes.
for 2 points of damage as he
Right
kicks
in
you
the shin.
as he kicks you in the shin as he was aiming for what he thought was this foot tall dog. And that is his turn.
You just imagine his face. That would be brilliant.
Arwen, your go.
Right. So this wee fella's still okay, isn't he? He's still around.
Yep.
So okay, dagger number 1. 11 to hit.
Is a miss, unfortunately.
Dagger number 2. 18.
Yeah, that's a hit.
But I don't get sneak on that one, so 6.
You do get sneak.
Do I?
Because so the way sneak works is you can only do it once per turn, but you don't declare it until you've actually hit. So you don't say, I'm making a sneak attack. You hit with an attack, and then you get to add your sneak damage.
Look at that, exactly the same as last time. 1, 2, and 3.
Indeed. No, last time it was 3, 2, 1.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, I
Just
don't know what to
because
tell
I'm
you.
pedantic. However,
Uh,
you don't have the 2-weapon fighting style, do you? You don't have fighting styles as a rogue, do you?
no.
So you do 4 damage with the attack, and then 6 from the sneak attack, for 10 in total.
Okay, and I'm going to use eye gouge.
So he's blinded now as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just refresh myself on blinded. Do your attacks
They
against
can't-
them have advantage or not?
They can't see.
They can't see. And you have advantage on attack rolls against them now.
Yep.
Okay. It is his turn. He is blinded. He can lash out with an attack, but it's at disadvantage. So he's going to try and stabby at the little goblin who has just gouged his eye out. And as should be the case for somebody who is blinded, he critically fails. Phineas.
It's totem time. Bonus action, gonna throw out the bear totem.
Okay.
And then I am going to attempt to grapple this guy, if I may.
Yes.
How many hit points is the totem, sir?
It's 10 temporary hit points for everyone that is an ally, please. I'm fairly certain it's well within range about there.
Oh, it's well within range of everyone.
Yeah.
30 foot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, and then I would like to, because I should have advantage on this strength check to grapple him, yes?
Because
of my totem.
Yep.
Yeah. And I will just strength it up and hope that it's stronger than him.
So he wants strength in return.
Or would it be athletics? It doesn't make any difference. It's the same number for me.
It would normally be athletics, yes. But if you're not proficient in athletics, then it is just strength.
Yeah, it's the same.
So he can either do strength or dex. They are both the same for him. Why was he rolling with disadvantage? He shouldn't have been, but the first roll is a 4. The second roll is a 15 as well, so he definitely fails. He is grappled.
I got him.
Good.
Okay. Anything else?
No, just maybe I will add with the grapple while I've got him. Just be like, stop struggling and you may live. Oh, look at me, I'm doing a threat.
Well, give me an intimidation roll then.
Oh, okay. That's -1 intimidation. Yeah, it's about right. That was an advantage.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been, but...
Phineas is about as intimidating as the dog that he just was.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, have you ever had a dog thrown at you? That's pretty intimidating.
To be fair.
Okay, Ingo.
Everyone's favourite rapier time.
Huzzah!
It's just enough. Do you? So, are you trying to keep him alive, or are you just killing him?
Now we've got one. He can just die.
Cool. He's dead.
By the way, the damage I rolled for that was a 1.
Oh,
No, it wasn't. It was 2
it's
plus 1.
2. Okay. Tok.
Sorry. Right. I'm going to leg it over to here. Actually, no, I'll go up to there. And I'm going to keep my eye on him.
Yep.
If he looks like he's going to bolt, I'm going to shoot him. But
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid killing him.
Well, he's grappled, isn't he? So can't we just come out of combat and go and question him with a good pummeling?
No, because on his turn he can attempt to break the grapple. If he
Not
was,
for us. If we're all stood around him, they're going, "Don't you dare!"
that was what the intimidation roll was for. But apparently Phineas isn't particularly intimidating at the moment.
I'm going to hold my action to shoot him if he
Yep.
runs off.
No worries. It's his turn. He is going to attempt to break the grapple. So, Phineas.
Nah.
No, he's not wriggling out of that. So he is still grappled. Come on. Play ball. No, not playing ball. I think there's a delay on Roll20 and it's about to catch up and go "Brrrr" at me because I've clicked a few buttons. So, while Roll20 is considering doing what I've asked it to do, in your turn.
Right, I'm gonna walk up to this fella, and I'm gonna take my dagger, and I'm going to poke it under his chin, and tell him to look down at me, because I'm quite short. And I'm going to say, I suggest if you stay really still, you might live to get back to your gang. If you move, I'm just going to push this gently upwards and it's going to plant itself somewhere in your cerebellum.
Intimidation for me then.
I sneeze. No.
You sneeze, doubling him over onto the blade, yes?
I really like that's what was in my head. Yes.
He
19.
is quivering. Yeah. And
Cool.
all the fight goes out of him. End of combat.
Right.
Oh, now it decides to work. There we are. Stop combat.
Right, so I'll look at the boss and I'll just step away and stand beside him. Oh, you okay?
I'll just do that. I'll come in.
I won't step away. I'll stay there.
Can I see if I can make another check again to get him into the restrained? Is that a thing? If you do it again?
I don't think so.
That might be a specialist thing. I can't remember.
Grapple. Let's have a look.
I've read too much.
If you've got the feet grappler, then you can
That's
do
the
it
one.
again and restrain them until the grapple ends.
Either way, I'm not letting go currently. He
Yep.
will still need to attempt to escape.
He's also surrounded up against a wall of a building.
Yeah.
And this is a stilt building, and then... Is this building on stilts, Chris?
I mean, yes, but not high enough to sort of see under. A gobber could probably crawl under it, but would get wet in the process.
Bear in mind, my dagger's under his chin at the moment, so if he tries to drop to the floor, he's going to impale himself.
I'm going to take my pistol out and just look at him and go, you know what one of these is, don't you?
He's stammering his words, and very much is ready to pee himself at this point.
And I'm going to put the gun against his head and be like, you're going to tell us everything you know.
Everything I know, I don't know much, but
You'll answer our questions.
Yes.
Right. Is there any secret entrances to the underground places around here?
Secret entrance? No. Just the griffins. They control the place.
Do they have a secret hideout?
It's not very secret. There's a main, their main base, their main hideout.
Okay. Guys, if anyone else wants to chime in here, I'm getting lost a bit.
No, you're doing really well, buddy. Keep going. Yeah, more of that. You heard him.
Pistol! Ha!
Yeah.
I'll slap him with the pistol a little bit. And,
I told you everything I know. I don't know more.
Where were you born?
Look, I'm not used to this kind of situation myself here, mate. So I don't know what I'm doing here.
Where are the? I was going to say, where are the cellars that stuff's stored in around here? You know, underground secret hidey holes.
I believe it's the Undercity. Are we looking for the Undercity? Do you know where the Undercity is?
Yeah, but the entrance will be. It probably won't be in plain sight. It'll be somewhere, probably in a cellar or something.
I pick up this guy and shake him, and I put him down.
I've seen lots of things going in and out of that building over there, and he motions to this one.
Right. Okay. This one.
Which one, sorry?
This one.
Right, got it.
Which was that? Sorry, which one? Oh,
Ooh, it's pretty colours.
Jason, do you need to
One-
know this?
The one with fireworks above it.
was this one?
Oh,
There's
do
one.
you want actual fireworks above it? I found a nice funky thing when I signed up for. I don't think I've shown you guys this yet.
Is this one? Oh,
yeah.
that one.
Cool, man.
That's funky.
It's not showing up on the stream. Why is that not showing up on the stream? No, come on. Can I do it? It just pings if I do it on the stream. If I do it on my screen, do you guys see that?
Yeah, we get to enjoy all the fireworks.
For some reason, that doesn't show up on the stream view.
Wow.
That's a little frustrating.
Well, if you describe it, it's a circle of bright colours popping out as if they're rippling away from a firework.
Baby, you're about your work.
Or we can do it with blood.
But that doesn't work as well. Maybe your blood.
So this is a funky feature of the Roll20 Pro that I didn't realise that was there until I'd subscribed and found this magic button and went, ooh, this does fun things.
Ooh, abuse.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll slap him with the pistol again a bit and be like, "What's in that building?"
And,
Yeah.
The Griffins, that's their building. That's where they go.
Are you not a griffin?
He looks, as he looks at you, his shoulders sort of slump and he goes, no.
Oh, I let him go. I feel bad for the guy. I dust him off.
You know what the Griffins will do to you if they find you poaching in their territory, unless you're paying them, of course.
Not poaching. They no.
Poaching. I'm going over to have a chat with them, and if you're not out of this area in the next 10 seconds, I shall tell them exactly where to find you.
Look, man, you're going to go home, rethink your life, sort yourself out. You're going to get a nice job, clean yourself up, fix your whole image of what you are now and become a proper nobleman in the future. Yeah? You going to do that?
Are you Jedi mind tricking this poor guy?
No, I'm just telling him that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's a good berry. Sort yourself out.
He graciously accepts the good berry.
No more death sticks.
Is healed. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah, I know.
It took a while. He's healed by a point, isn't he, from a good berry?
He is if he eats it straight away. Yeah.
He eats it. And do you let him go?
Well, yeah. He's already. I mean, he's still surrounded, but he's not being grappled.
He's still got a pistol to his head.
Okay.
Which I'm ready to shoot the second he tries to do anything funny.
Okay.
No jokes.
Please let me go. It was a mistake trying to jump you. I can see that now. Honest.
You tried to trump the dog.
Before you go, and this is just a professional thing. I can't. I don't want to, but I have to because it's a professional thing. Give me your wallet.
I do what he says.
Wallet.
Okay. He turns out his pockets, and 4 copper and 6 silver fall out.
That'll do. I'll
double
take them.
checking. It says here lawful neutral.
On what?
On my alignment. I feel like I'm more chaotic.
Well, to be fair, I don't exactly play alignments anyway.
Good, because mine would have changed a lot after this interaction.
Yeah.
I mean,
so having robbed him.
If you do something massively out of your character's character, then I might call you on it. But for the most part, you guys know your characters better than I do, or supposedly.
Even the best person can have a bad day, and the worst person can have a good one.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to impress my friends.
I'm very impressed.
Peer pressure.
Right, so are you going to go leave this land area and sort your life out here?
Yeah, I'll go back home and I'll try and do better.
Alright, and then I'm going to take my pistol away from his head and be like, let him go, lads. But just remember, flying dogs.
And I smile and wave at him.
Remember, the Corvish pasties let you live.
Oh, you are so lucky that Solex isn't here. Oh,
You tell other people what we did to your friends.
And with that, he pushes past Arwen and runs.
I feel like we did a good thing letting him live, guys. I feel like for once we did the right thing.
And
Also, I hurt a lot.
I've also filled my quota of mugging for today as well, so that'll please management.
You mugged a mugger, so it's like 2 wrongs do make a right.
That's for you.
Check the other 2 dead
Aw.
bodies. Have they got any money?
Have they got any money? You find 1 copper, 4 silver, and 3 gold between them.
Right. Obviously, guys, you can have that if you want it.
You can have it if you want, Arwen. Like, I still feel bad about leaving you in a
Okay.
temple.
So what was it again?
1 copper, 4 silver, 3 gold.
Thank you. Yeah.
Knowing full well how much money I've made since we left him trapped in a building.
Right, we're going to take the opportunity now to have a quick break. I need to go and grab a drink. Before we disappear, I completely forgot to mention it at the beginning of the stream. A little announcement. Tomorrow night at Nerdy is going to be the first of our D&D sessions. We are back. Slightly differently this time, because of all the restrictions in place at the moment. And so that we get the tables right and the DMs right, and people in the right places, booking is essential. We are working on a smoother booking system. Our initial attempt at a smooth booking system didn't work, so we are currently taking bookings via the Facebook page. So message us on the Facebook page. There's nothing to pay to book. You just pay to play when you arrive, just as any other D&D session. But yes, we need you to book in. Everybody who wants to come down and play. I will be DMing. I will be dressing up too. I will be there in costume. I have my full Iron Kingdoms costume. It is ready, and I will be there in costume all evening. So even if you don't want to come and play D&D, just come and laugh at me for a while. It's going to be a great evening, and we'd love to see some more players down there. So get messages on Facebook.
Chris, just for clarity, I mean, what are the rules around booking? Can you book as an individual, or do you have to book as a group, or I mean, how?
No, with the way the restrictions are at the moment, we can have 6 people to a table, but that can be 6 people of any number of households. So you can book as 1. The maximum at a table, because we need a DM there as well, is 5. So you can basically book in a group of 5, or book as 1. Individuals are fine. We will get you set up with all the DMs. The only stipulation is you then can't mix between the other tables. So no mixing between them, because we are limited to that government restriction of groups of 6. Lovely hand show there from James. So
You described it quite accurately. I'll be there. I'll be working. Come buy drinks from me.
Awesome. And we will now take our scheduled 10-minute break, and we will be back at 10 o'clock to continue the evening. Thank you very much for those who've been with us so far.
Cool.
Tell me it was that easy.
We're back, James. Literally. Are we the first thing after the break? You kid. And we are back from our little break. Thank you very much for those who've stuck with us. We shall crack on. The party has identified what they think might be a headquarters for the Griffin gang, and I believe that was where they are heading next.
Yes.
Yep.
Sounds good.
What's the plan, though? Are we just going to walk in? Are we gonna...
Well, this is a raid. Law dogs.
I mean, that was 100%. By the way, I just posted in the general what we did earlier. If it's
Do they have front doors and back doors? Can we scope the place out?
You can go and scope the place out. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Just looking at the Hogan. Okay. Perception?
So, well, for starters, you're going to need to get a bit closer.
Well, yeah.
So, have you just walked across the waterway?
How big's the waterway? How deep is that?
You can't see the bottom of it.
Oh, it's deep. All right.
So the bits that are sort of tinted blue, they are wet and waterlogged. The bits that are dark blue, they are like riverway. You can't see how far down it goes.
Okay.
So some of you have gone up. Arwen's gone down, just for fun. Split the party. Why not? So
Yep.
as you approach from a little bit of a distance, before you cross over that bridge, Tok, as you watch, a pair of burly thugs drags a man towards the warehouse doors. The man is kicking, screaming, and trying to get away. "Don't put me down there," he begs. "I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Tell Sealer I didn't." His words are cut off as one of the thugs drives a ham-sized fist into the man's stomach to double him over. "Shut up, snitch," he snarls. The onlookers laugh and point. "You got a date with a ghost, mate," says one of them. "He's gonna love you." And the thug takes this man inside the warehouse. He is who's now silently sobbing.
I got a good look at what they look like, right?
What the thugs look like?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Reasonable. Give me a perception check and see how good of a look you got.
Okay. Oh, I fixed the perception on my character sheet, didn't I? Ooh. Yeah.
Okay. You got a reasonable look at the chap, what he was wearing and his rough appearance.
Okay.
I thought that was coming.
It's like one of my four things I do.
What can I see from my vantage point, this side of the building?
So you saw the same scene play out because it was here.
Yeah.
The wall you are looking at is blank, short of one normal-sized door on the side over in this corner here.
What's the roof made of that I can tell?
It's shingled, like tiled, but not neat tiles. So like rough cut.
So my thinking is I'm going to try and get onto the roof, remove some of the shingles, and then I can look down into the building.
Okay. Are you going to climb onto the roof of the building via itself, or are you going to climb onto an adjacent building? And
I'm going to climb onto this building and jump across.
Okay. Give me an athletics check to climb in the first place, and a stealth check to do so carefully.
Okay. God. Athletics. 12. Not the end of the world.
Okay.
And a stealth check. 17.
Okay. So yeah, you scramble up onto the building. It's a little bit harder than you initially thought, but you make your way up, and you are slightly higher than the warehouse building. Not much, only a foot or so. So you can see the entirety of this side of the roof.
Yeah. So I want to jump across light-footedly.
Okay. Give me another stealth check. Jumping's not a problem because you can jump that far. Nicely done. You land very light-footedly on the other side and secrete yourself away on top of the building. At this point, you can't see the ground. It's difficult to sort of picture it properly on the map, but you can't see the ground. But you can see the other rooftops around you. So unless somebody was to climb up on one of those, you're fairly out of sight at this point. And you're going to attempt to prize some
old trick, yeah, an old trick. I'm going to just work the tiles loose. I'll find a couple that are already thin and loose, and I'm going to work them away so that I can have a look down into the building.
Okay, give me, just because you'll be proficient in it, give me a dex save. Not that it is a save, but it's dexterity plus proficiency.
Saving throws, dex 16.
Cool. Yeah, you managed to prize a few aside. You only get a couple of inch hole, but it's enough to see down inside. Fortunately, looking down, you're not looking down into an attic space. You are directly above whatever is inside. A creaky metal platform is set in the middle of a damp and cracked warehouse floor. A man standing by the side of the platform yanks on a lever protruding from the stone floor, and there is a rumble of protest from an unseen engine, and the platform lurches in its descent. In a moment, the people on the lift are lost from sight, and those people were the thug, two thugs, and their prisoner.
Can I see any other people in the warehouse?
Yes, you can still see the person who was stood there with the lever. He is still stood next to said lever.
No one else, though?
There's nobody else in the warehouse at the moment, no.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to move across the roof, drop down this side, and get to the group and update them on what I've seen.
Okay. Just give me a stealth check for that.
Yep.
Okay. Let me go and see. Okay. You are back with the group.
So I'll explain that the building is one floor effectively, that there's this metal square plate in the middle, and the chap that was being dragged in by the thug was put onto the plate, and another chap pulled the lever and the plate's descending into the darkness. Now there's only one person in there at the moment if no one else has come up, and I think that's probably the way into the underground.
Okay, here's the
So how do you want to handle it?
I'm already disguised. Phineas, I believe you can do this too, right? Let's guess up.
Yeah, sure thing.
If you do the same as me, and then these two are our prisoners, and they said something about a ghost, so I think we're going to try and go in and be like, we're taking them down to see the ghosts, ha 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 ha, and hope that works, and he just lets us go down. Yeah?
Okay.
Do you want to leave him alive, or do you want us to take him out? It's only a lever at the end of the day.
Yeah, but the point is like all of us can be on that, and you can pull the lever and let us all go down together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So we can kill him on the way back up if that's what we want to do.
Just worried about covering our retreat, that was all.
It's one guy.
Okay.
Let's
I
do
mean, we
it.
can kill everybody who comes near us anyway. Oh,
All right. Right. I'm gonna go with Talk as my prisoner. Phineas. You got
yeah,
on?
cool. And then, so I need to look like you, but not exactly like you, but like one of the guys from before.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a bit.
Yes.
different
Just
looking.
a bit of advice. If they start questioning you and asking why you've got these prisoners. Hate to say it, but I'm a member of a group called the Black Hand, and they're not really our biggest fans. So if it starts to look like they won't let you go down, tell them who I am. I think that might swing it, but don't
Right,
tell them unless you have to.
All right, be like, okay. If they make us, we'll be like, look, they're part of the Black Hand, mate. We're taking them down.
Yeah.
Cool.
In before it gets blurted out by our Ogren friend.
You have a very small window to make this work.
So, Arwen, give me a history check.
Okay. It's all about history. Oh, 14. Could be worse.
You also know a little detail about the Griffins from time in espionage against them, that they all wear a piece of red fabric like tied around them. The higher up on the body it is, the higher the rank it signifies. So the higher the standing they are within the group. So it's an important detail that it's not something that Ingo would have necessarily spotted as such, but it's a detail that you know of from the Griffins that will probably seal the difference between a convincing disguise and a not.
So guys, you both need to wear red armbands effectively. Don't wear them too close to the top of your arm because
not top of the arm, body. So it could be on the leg, it could be waist, it could be chest, it could be arm, it could be bandana, depending on the height up the body, not the height up the arm.
Oh right, got you. Okay, yeah. So maybe wear something at chest height, something red. Show you that you're sort of lower upper management.
I'll just look at the disguise self I did and be like, where did I put that? Because wherever they had it, it's now on me.
So he had a. Give me another perception check to recall specifically where that was. If you spotted something. Yeah.
That roll perception too.
You can indeed. So the chap that you are.
I don't know why that's advantage. It was just 17.
That's all right. So the chap that you were looking at, Ingo, had it more like a belt. He was wearing it around his waist.
And that's where I'll have mine.
Okay.
Because it seemed to work for them, so
I'll go slightly lower.
Slightly lower, like top of thigh or something like that, yeah?
Like around like a garter.
Yeah. On the outside, yeah.
Incidentally, short shorts and a red garter. I'm pretty sure that's what they wear.
Oh, why did I see that coming? Okay, so you guys are disguised. You've got a gobber each as a prisoner, and you're heading in.
Yep.
Go for it.
Okay.
Oh. Sure. Open door.
Doors are open. They don't
Cool.
need opening.
Walk in.
So you step in and you see the scene that Arwen described. Creaky metal platform set in the middle of a damp and cracked warehouse floor. The man standing beside the platform looks up at you, does a bit of a double take as if deja vu. What you got there?
Taking him to see the ghosts.
Ooh, they're gonna have a fun time. Might come down and have a listen later if I can get somebody to take the rest of my shift.
If you're lucky, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Alright, you gonna let us down?
Yeah, on the lift.
Good man.
On you go.
Yeah, good man. Cheers, more. And then get on the lift.
Okay, he cranks the handle and you start to descend.
Oh boy, we did it. I did it. I didn't say anything to mess it up. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, the lift.
Roll for initiative.
The lift comes to a hard stop some 40 feet below the streets of Filcher's Crossing. A sturdy iron gate stands between you and the Undercity. A small group of toughs surveys you from the other side of the bars, trying to decide if anyone looks like trouble. After a moment, a man steps forward. Your weapons, mates, he growls. The lesson you got a permit, cackles another man.
Let me just check one of my spells. Sorry.
Let me put you onto. No, let me get the map ready and then put you on the map. That would be sensible. Where is the lift? There's the lift. Where are you all? Player characters. It's a good place to start, isn't it? Nope.
He
not that one.
flies.
Now,
Are they
Now,
crawling up
we
your nose
are-
again?
we're very
No.
good at our disguised self, that we wouldn't have done fake weapons on ourselves. That would have been stupid. Because we know that we wouldn't be able to take them off. We wouldn't have done that. We are smart spellcasters.
Yeah. As he asked that, can I do a quick perception check around and see if I can see a potential, what might be a permit? Just somebody has one or something.
Yes.
Right.
No, you can't.
I don't know if I'm just gonna guess and be like, yeah, I got it here, and it's just a bit of paper that says permit, because I can magically create something that. Oh. You know what?
Do it.
Okay.
But they know they're being charmed, don't they?
Afterwards, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
A wisdom saving throw. Coming right up. What's the DC?
14. Oh, silly.
You've got him.
But permit, what are you? You know about me and my permits. Come on, man.
Okay. They open the cage doors and they let you out.
And then they're like, yeah, down to the ghosts we go.
You know where
You
you're
do-
going.
Yeah. And then walk through the gate and carry on walking.
Okay, so you've got two doors on this side of the room. Hang on, is the... For some reason the stream is literally only just hopped over onto the map. Yeah, you can see the two doors in the south side of the room. Where are you going?
I thought they opened the gates for one of them.
They've opened... You guys are sort of stood in the lift. They've opened the gates around the lift cage. But they're stood in the room with you. I just haven't put them on the map.
How long before that charmed person wears off?
An hour.
Okay, but I hope we're out of here within an hour then. Pick one. Get us out of there.
Can I tell which one I'd want to go down? Or is it...
No.
a black? Yeah, it's this one, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay. What are we doing, Phineas? I'm with you.
And it opens up into a cavernous area. Looking up, you can see. Actually, can you see? What light have you got?
If I have my goggles on, I've got.
Have I got it set to? What have I got the dynamic lighting set to? Daylight mode. Let's turn daylight mode off and see what happens. There we go. So you're currently set to having a torch on, but there is a bit of light around, but not a massive amount. Those who can see in the dark can see up to sort of a cavernous space above you. You're in what would otherwise be the streets of a town. You can see around you slightly squarer walls and things that appear to be the sunken walls of other buildings and other rooms in the area. Where do you want to
go? With Phineas next to him, like, I didn't think we'd get this far.
It's very, very difficult. We should definitely get away from people. Just keep walking until we find the corridor. Keep walking. Black hand, keep walking.
Keep walking.
Is there anyone around?
Not the space you are at the moment. You saw people off in the distance up. You can hear things. You can't hear anything specific, but you can hear like a bit of a hum of activity in the area, much like you would in a market or something like that. You can't see anyone specifically at the moment.
Okay, cool. I think it will be I would like to check if anybody passing by or walking around, if everybody is wearing the red, or if this is like, if there's 100% Griffins, or just some people live in the Undercity.
Okay.
Or how much would I know about it? I wouldn't know about the Undercity. That doesn't sound like a thing I would know about.
Correct.
Yeah. It's all a bit weird. I'm a bit lost, to be honest, guys. But yeah, I would like to see if anybody looks like a local, and not wearing gang colours.
Okay. So you've not seen anybody yet, but keep moving around and you might encounter some people.
Nonchalantly, just I can only see so fast, so I'll walk towards dead ends every now and then.
Because you can only see where Owen's got. I'll tell you what I'll do. Hold still for a minute.
No, I've got some lighting. I'm just like, it's sometimes it's 3 blocks long and you walk another space, it's like, oh, there's a wall.
Yeah. I'm just going to give you a 20-foot bright distance, because there is light around. It doesn't illuminate far, but just hopefully aid in your exploration. Hopefully now, as you move around, you should produce a bit of light for yourself. Yeah. It's all dim light. You can't see very far, but you can see a bit.
I don't think it probably calls for my level 3 spell of daylight, though. That's probably over the top.
Does that follow you around? Does it follow you around, or does it?
I can make an object or a person or something just create 60-foot sphere of daylight, which would be very strange.
Are there any markers, indications? Are there any, thieves' camp marks, anything like that at all that gives us an indication of which direction to go in?
Not that you've seen. You've passed a couple of doors. Hopefully, you guys can see them on the map. The little white streaks.
Yeah.
In the walls. You've passed a couple of doors. You've not investigated any yet. But you are totally lost at this point. You don't know where to go. Hello, Blinking Gaming in the chat. There isn't normally a vast amount of chat engagement from us as we focus on the story, but given that all of our mods are currently working as well, the group is currently investigating a sunken area of a city, the Undercity in Corvus. We are playing in the Iron Kingdoms, if that means anything to you. Otherwise, we do have all of the previous videos on the Monstrous Makings YouTube channel, which you can catch up on if you fancy. We are on episode 16, so there's quite a lot of the story to try and catch you up on right now. But thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining in the chat. It's much appreciated. And the group is currently thoroughly lost.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, we scored the poach on this one.
I'm hoping my aimless wandering gets us to the right direction.
You were to call your next sword that aimless wandering.
My shield is called Bonk Me Not, so.
Huzzah, bunk me not an aimless wandering. Okay. Wander
And then
aimlessly.
My bagpipes are called the Mighty Tutors.
Okay, so you guys have got to a portion of the Undercity that is less sunken buildings and more fissures through the area. Coming up to where it says 13 at the top of that, the street tunnel ends at a crumbling stone portal whose wooden door long since turned to dust. The word danger has been painted onto the wall here. Oh, no, sorry, I read the wrong bit. Bear with me. A deep fissure mars the earth for here. That's better, that's more descriptive of where you are. Far below is the sound of running water. Scraps of garbage litter the ground, and the stench of an outhouse overwhelms you.
We found where people poop.
No, ain't it?
I think we're going to turn back, guys.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is very reminiscent of my childhood exploring castles in Wales. We always look for the toilet. I cannot explain why, but we always look for the toilets. Which is normally just a hole over the moat.
Yeah, we've got it. We're just trying to ignore it.
You're not going to ignore me. There'll be no ignoring the DM.
We don't want to share that bit of your life, to be honest with you. Hunting toilets in castles just seems a little bit therapy.
Oh, I feel like I found more pooping holes.
Oh, God's sake! Is this the girls or the boys, though? How can you tell? God, there's a lot of aimless wandering here, isn't there?
There is. You have absolutely no idea where you are going.
The guy asked if we knew where we were going, and
door.
evidently...
Can we try this door? Can we try a door, please? Please.
You
Can we
can
try
a door.
Can I listen at the door?
I wondered if you were going to say that. Yes, you can listen at the door.
Do we know how to open a door? Solix isn't here.
8. You can't. It's a G. Where is? There we are. Oh, okay. So you can't hear anything on the other side of the door.
Check for traps.
You can check for traps. You cannot find any traps.
Look at the group. Shall I open the door?
Well, obviously you have checked thoroughly, and everything is fine. There was no
There's
peculiar voice laughing at us. So
There's nothing in there. Let's go
that's
for
as
it.
far I mean, you are certain of that. So go on, buddy. I mean, Solix isn't here, so it's all you today for the doors.
Okay.
Get on it, buddy.
You opening the door?
I'm going in.
I've got healing spirit ready.
You open the door, and out falls a steaming pile of rubbish. It seems that this room, for want of a better term, has been sort of designated as a rubbish dump, and this door has been closed. And you know that whole bin Jenga you play when you're constantly stacking it up to see who's going to take the bin out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been playing that with the door. And shove some in and close the door quickly before it falls out again. So Arwen has just opened the door and is now covered in rubbish.
Fantastic.
Well done, buddy.
Good door skills.
That was the laugh, because when I read what that was, I was like, well, you found the toilet and now you found the bin. It's a great way to start.
Only way is up.
I'm going to start walking this way and giggle as I'm walking.
I was going to say, oh yeah, I smell lovely now. It's not like I can stealth when I stink like this.
If I was to clean someone, Ingo, I would probably study prestidigitation. Do you have such a skill? I'm unaware of it, but I seem to remember someone had it at some point.
Yeah, I will instantly clean or soil an object.
Don't soil one. I've already soiled it.
Cantrip fun, innit?
Oh, so that's fair. That's probably the cleanest I've been in about 3 years, actually. Can we?
That's not why we locked you up. I mean, what?
Oh,
I do distinctly remember another game that I was playing in where one of the guys he fell in a river. When he climbed out the river, he prestidigitated himself to be as dirty as he was before he fell in because he got clean by falling in the river.
oh yeah.
I found a closed alleyway.
Well, we've walked past a lot of doors.
I'm gonna listen to this door.
Okay, so here is exposed an old rusty wooden iron door framed in cut stone blocks and barred with a stout rod of iron. The soft earth here is churned as if the area was recently visited. Hash marks numbering 36 are scratched into the rust.
Can I make some kind of a
Which year?
like a history to see if I can work out what the or an intelligence check to work out what the hash marks mean?
You can roll investigation.
Investigation. Yeah.
Okay. You're not 100% certain, but it appears to be some sort of tally.
I'll listen at the door.
Okay.
You want perception, yeah?
I was considering. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, you hear a faint scream down inside.
Okay, is this screaming? Do you think that seems like good for where we're going, right?
Oh yeah, follow the screaming. Always follow the screaming.
Yeah, something about ghosts and them being like, "Ooh, I loved them," and then they're screaming, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you want me?
I mean, wait, yeah, that's where we said we were going. That's not actually what we're doing, right? Aren't we looking for a hammer or a giant?
Buried deep under.
So, to refresh your memory, you are looking for the tomb or the mausoleum that holds the Knights of the Prophets, which is almost certainly in some sort of church, which is buried under here somewhere.
Right,
So
okay.
You were looking for the entrance to this mausoleum. You weren't.
Kalasa.
Kalasa is the name of the giant.
Yep. Slain by a serpent, laid to rest in Old Corvus. His hammer might be able to open the door. Yeah, I got my notes. Let's go.
So, my plan again would be to find someone who are on their own and just give them a bonk on the noggin until they tell us where this thing is. It works so well for us, guys. And also, my disguise self will only last so much longer. I assume we've been walking around for a bit.
You've probably been down here for about 15 minutes.
Oh, I got 45 minutes left, and I can't do it again until I had a long rest. So let's go.
Shall we open the door?
Is it an innate ability? Is it?
Yes, mine is. Yeah.
Are you opening this door?
Yeah.
We might find somebody down here.
Okay.
Let's do it. Or do you want a thief check for traps? You check for traps, Arwen.
Oh, okay.
Here, have some guidance.
Guidance. 14.
14. You cannot find any traps.
It's clean, boss.
I'll open the door.
Open the door. And I step back,
Okay.
remembering the garbage incident.
Owen checks it, goes, "It's good, boss," and just sort of slinks backwards.
I slide without moving my feet.
Yeah.
It's full Michael Jackson.
Okay. You look inside and Before you sits a cramped stone room. A narrow ledge made of iron gratings runs around the perimeter of the chamber and surrounds a black pit in the middle of the floor. 2 giant bells hang here suspended from an old rusty mount, and 3 chains extend below you into the darkness. The other 3 walls have doors like those through which you entered. All the other doors are closed.
Do you think they're church bells?
There's a good chance that they are church bells.
Ooh.
They are of the ilk.
I mean, shall we
We're
ring
gonna-
them? Just for...
No, we're going to attract attention.
Just ring them for the fun of it. Bing bong bang bong. It's like where I live on a Saturday, Wednesday.
I mean, I would draw your attention to the line here suspended from an old rusty mount.
Yeah.
Right.
A rusty mount opposed to a bell.
Pick
that
up.
we should definitely jump on the ropes.
I'm gonna drop a stone or a coin down and listen for how far it falls.
Okay. Let me see. Do I have a?
What do you mean a stone or a coin? Of course,
Well,
it's a
if
stone.
if there's a stone that we can use, I'll use a stone. Otherwise, I'll just flick a coin down.
There's plenty of stones around on the floor that you can pick up to use. Give me an intelligence check.
Straight intelligence.
Yep.
$22.
Check out the brains on Owen.
I've got to click on this. So I've just Googled how long would it take to fall X distance, and the second result is called the Splat Calculator, a free fall calculator. Now that is just a brilliant name.
10 out of 10.
Okay. It takes. Nice. I've only just flicked back to see what your roll was. It takes about 1.5 seconds to fall, which you estimate is probably going to be around about 15 meters or so. 15 meters, so 40 to 45 feet, if we're talking old money.
Right, I'll get my rope out from my bag. But right, talk. Happy to go down there?
No, send him down. Point at Arwen.
Right. I had another plan for Arwen, but alright.
All right. Well, I'll go down then. But right, yeah, I'll go down.
Oh, my plan for Arwen was just to get Phineas to hold another rope and lower Arwen down at the same time, so there's 2 of you.
I mean, surely Phineas will be able to lower both of us down at the same time.
To be fair, that should be quite doable.
Oh, I was just being helpful.
In fairness, the last time I asked you to do something like throw me, you didn't throw me very far, so I'm a bit worried.
We threw you far enough because you're still here.
You only just threw me over that molten lava.
Yeah, but he did. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would not be having this conversation, and I would be having many a bad flashback.
Okay.
So I'll get my rope out. Have you got a rope, Phineas?
I apparently do, yes.
Perfect. Oh, I guess I do. Yeah, so I'll hold the rope, and I know it's only 15 meters, but that's like quite a lot for these goblins. And lower them down.
Okay.
That was very gubbly sort of racist goblin, wasn't it? I mean, was it? I'm a climber. It's my profession, you know.
No, just quite far down.
I'll just get on the rope and climb down.
You are lowering the gobbers down. I will flip the map over to the gobbers. Obviously, you guys can't see what's at the bottom.
Meanwhile,
And you get down
Cross
to
down.
as you get down to the bottom, or I mean, you guys can actually see You got 120 feet of dark vision, haven't you?
Yeah.
So looking down, as you're going down, a giant bell rests at the bottom, cracked and dented from its long fall, and the floor is littered with coins. Not coins. Before you jump on it,
I was already oil.
coils of rusted chain and other debris. An old iron and wood doorway stands ajar behind the ruined bell.
There. I think we ought to have a bit of a nose.
Have a gander at that door.
Okay. It opens into what appears to be some kind of ante-room for the bell tower. Where's the right layer? There's the right layer. Oh. Which you imagine in previous times may have had vestments and things for the bell ringers to get themselves ready before they began their procedure. There is another door down this end. Is that? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. There is another door down this end of the room.
All right. Shall we go through that one? We may as well until we find something worth coming back for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel like a second-class citizen here, Arwen.
Why?
Well, they're sending down. They're like, go on, send the worthless ones down, and we'll just stand up here having a chin wag in it.
No, what they've actually done is send the A team down and left themselves out of the game.
Yeah, the cold hard killers.
I know.
Right, so I'm going to go in here and have a look.
Okay. Looking about in here, this large chamber was once clearly a gathering place for worship. The walls and floor are covered with tatters of fabric that once must have been tapestries and carpets. Rotted wooden pews are scattered about, and ornate stained glass windows are arrayed overhead. Though they once must have been magnificent in the sunlight, the windows are now cracked and warped by the damp earth, forcing its way into the sunken church. At the front of the room is a white marble altar. I say white, you're currently in dark vision, so you're seeing in grey tones. So yes, you would see it as white, wouldn't you? Sprawled across it is a body, now little more than bones and shreds of skin and clothes.
Welcome, Demon.
Right. So we're looking for a mausoleum. The mausoleums tend to be outside of churches rather than inside of churches, don't they? So I'm assuming one of these doors on the side might lead to what used to be the outside was actually the inside underground, which is really confusing me. But yeah.
So
Shall we get Pinky and Perky down here? Fancy answer there, thank you.
Mark, you with us?
Mark, you
I
there?
don't know, he's just stopped. Mark, be okay. Be okay, Mark. Mark. Mark.
I don't like.
But please be a freeze. Please be a frozen screen.
I hope it is a frozen screen because that position he's in is a.
Meanwhile, with Phineas and Ingo. So yeah, and that's essentially, my friend, how I learned how to grow
There we go.
large, survivable, evergreen, sustainable trees for the nature of the fields. Yeah.
That's
I'll go.
I need to sit on the left hand side of my camera now, otherwise I'm going to be in the chat boxes.
I'll go over to where we've come down and go, oi, it's a church down here, you might want to come down.
Okay.
Oh. And I was just like, yeah, I hope one day you and I can grow a forest together, Phineas. That'd be lovely.
That would be nice. I gotta say, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I miss the forest. It's this is fun and all, but it's very, very it's all a bit metal. Anyway,
and then we hear a goblin talk.
Yeah.
Right, how are we doing this?
Well, we're just going to go for it, my
Climbing,
friend. Dexterity checks all the way. I would probably argue, but what I mean is climbing.
So
Right,
I mean, you guys have got ropes. If you can tie them off, you probably find somewhere to tie them off at the top,
Yeah.
and then you can scale down the rope. That's
Oh right, yeah.
not an issue.
Well,
there you go.
For me, a climbing check is more if you haven't got handholds, if you haven't got a rope. If you know even relatively what you're doing with a rope, you can rappel down. Climbing back up might be another thing, but yeah, getting down shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, we will do that.
Not really.
Here he comes.
Thank God. I was actually a bit worried.
So was I.
Yeah, me too.
I've gone. I've lost everything.
Don't say you've gone, you've lost everything. You mean, don't say that. Don't be a ghost talking through a TV.
I've had to use my phone and 4G.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Oh
fine.
dear.
But you are still with us in body and spirit. Yes?
Cool. Is it the problem just with me, or have we got a bigger problem?
Yes, it
No, it's
was.
just you, bro.
Your camera froze and it looked like you died.
Yeah.
There
He's
it is.
alive. Thank the maker.
Oh,
Right. I'll just get to a stand, put my phone on. I can't do anything on my computer at the moment, so I'll just talk as needed.
Yeah, no worries. We've got you. At least we can see you and see that you're alive. That's the important thing. Because, I mean, yeah, we were all slightly concerned.
yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
You'll have to watch the video
Yeah.
back, Mark, and see how concerned we were.
There was some concern.
Okay. I'm still here.
So, and you can't see Roll20 either, so I'll just do my best to describe it to you. Tok has called up to the others to summon them down. They've tied their ropes off and made their way down. So I just realised I should probably add them to the map because they haven't got a clue where they are. Oh, guys, what have I said about telling me to do it on the
Did
right
you
layer?
put us on the right? Chris, put us on the right layer. Come on, mate.
Phineas and Ingo. At this point, though, I'm going to turn off Ingo's light unless he does something else because there is no light down here.
Oh, can I turn my goggles on?
You can turn your goggles on, yeah,
Oh, I
giving you night
There you
vision out to 120 feet.
Yep.
Do you now have blue vision, Ingo?
I do.
Awesome. Phineas, you are blind?
Yep. And that's the way I'm staying. Here, let me hold onto your shoulders.
Do you want a torch, Phineas?
Yeah.
I'll get a torch out and use prestidigitation to light it.
Okay. And then hand it to Phineas or hold it yourself?
And it's Phineas.
Okay.
You go, man.
Now generate
Thanks, Eddie.
bright light to 20 and dim light to 20.
I spent all my wild shapes turning into dogs, so you know.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got it from a dead branch. Don't worry, mate.
I'm gonna slap you.
Why?
Wait. No, I'm with you now. Sorry, I
Yeah.
thought you were just rubbing in that you killed a tree.
No.
I get
I
that you were being
got
nice.
it. Yeah, I got it from a branch that had fallen off a tree.
I take it
Already.
back. Simple misunderstanding. Thank you. Very understanding.
My computer appears to be having conniptions with the lighting, so to try and save the my computer from crashing, what can I do?
What
If everyone's
can I do?
If everyone's got a source of light now, I'm going to throw daylight mode on, just to hopefully make my computer not care quite so much about the lighting. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm a little bit jumpy, but we'll go with that for now. So, those of you who have just come down, you've got the bell tower that you're in with a smash bell at the bottom. The room Ingo and Phineas are currently in appears to be some sort of ante-room for the bell ringers to get ready, and then out into the main church area is pews, rotting and whatnot. You can see stained glass windows high up on the sides. To the north appears to be a set of double doors that you surmise is probably the old entrance from the outside. and there are a number of other doors set into walls around the place, as well as a body on this altar at the south end.
I'm gonna go check the body out.
Okay. As you approach, you can see a bit clearer, and you can see that bright blood is pooled on the altar, and tendrils of it have flowed onto the floor.
Well, this
Is
is
it
weird.
fresh?
No, it's not fresh.
Right.
It looks like there was like a sacrifice.
I'd say it's a
Oh.
sacrifice plate. Yeah.
He's not like laid across it. It's more like slumped onto it from the back, as if he was stood behind the altar, and then as he died, he slumped onto it.
Can I figure out how he was killed? How?
You can make either an investigation if you're looking at everything around him, or if you're specifically looking for cause of death, you can do medicine.
It's the same either way, so I'll do.
I can do some medicine if you want to do the other one.
All right, I clicked that before I realised what James was saying. So, yeah, I'll
that's good
investigate. What was the roll? Oh, I mean, I'll take that.
Take the 18. Take the 18.
I'll take the 18.
Okay, so between Arwen and are you? No, that's
I'm not
intelligence,
trained, I'm just
intelligence.
quite wise.
So the medicine, his throat was slit.
Wonderful.
Well, good job. You got some medical training.
But the body itself is old. Your medicine roll, where is it? Is little more than bones and shreds of skin and clothes. So you're finding like nicks on the vertebrae or across the trachea. So you're seeing evidence that the throat was cut rather than like a big slash in the flesh, because there's no flesh anymore.
And there's kind of where the blood's coming from. It indicates that and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
The highest concentration of blood is around the neck area. Yeah.
Just like, what happened here?
I don't know.
Should we check these doors and just,
Well, I'm assuming that the mausoleum we're looking for might be outside one of these doors, because they're usually near churches and outdoors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Before you go much further, because Mark can't see. Mark, is Arwen looking at the body? Can't hear you, dude.
Yes.
Now we can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the body.
So we're going to go with an investigation check. I'll pop your character sheet open and roll that for you. Yeah.
Yes, yes, please. Yeah. Make it good though. Otherwise,
I'll ask roll 20. I'll pray to the gods of roll 20.
Thank you.
It's not good.
Ooh.
It's not good. You rolled a 4.
Oh, well,
However, you do find something. Even with a 4, you do find something.
It's not the internet, clearly. I can't find the internet, that's for certain.
You find his holy symbol. It is. You do have light because Phineas has got the torch. So you notice that it is an inky black colour. Now, if anybody would like to make a history check, or no, religion check.
Yeah, I don't have religion or history.
Yeah,
if anyone else does.
You don't have to be proficient in it. You can still roll.
Oh, okay.
I'll roll
Religion.
No.
No.
Sorry,
What is religion?
it's a pretty easy DC on this one. To be fair, it is only DC 8, so you are safe. You know from having seen all of the symbols around the church when you've been hanging around it, you've not seen at any time a black holy symbol of Morrow. They have all, with no exception, they've all been gold.
Let's keep this in case it's important in the future. I'll take it, I guess.
Metalworking skills. Has anyone got metalworking skill?
I got engraving.
I strangely do have proficiency in smith's tools, but I refuse to use them.
Yeah, I've
however,
got
you
some.
would. Yes, you refuse to use them, but you do have knowledge of forgery and metalworking skills, which is great. Yeah, you know that gold does not tarnish. It doesn't react with anything. Gold itself never tarnishes. So this, to Phineas, this is an unnatural occurrence. Yes, you don't normally deal with metal, but you have dealt with it in the past, and you know it, and you know its properties, and it doesn't do this.
Hey guys, but in for penny and for pound, shall I put it on?
I mean,
Oh,
No, wait, 100%. But that's not natural, just so you know.
I may have also misspoken slightly. You asked if the blood was fresh, and I said no. I was wrong. It is. It's still bright and fresh.
Oh, I'm good.
right then.
You should
Fresh
definitely
ones
put it
always
on,
a good
Ingo. Sorry.
And what type is it? Does it go around your neck?
Yes. Yeah, it's like a chunky symbol on a necklace.
I'm not putting that on. I feel like it's like the necklace of throat slitting or something. So, yeah. Either that or it's going to give you like amazing powers.
Okay. So, what are you doing with the holy symbol?
You know what? I'm going to roll this. I'm not putting it on.
Okay. Are you taking it with you though?
Yes, I will keep it.
Okay. Okay. And lastly, you can see standing around this altar a large bas relief of Morrow and his archons behind the altar. The shifting earth has cracked the stone at this end of the sanctuary, and the artwork has been damaged as well. It's run through with cracks, and water flows from the damage around Morrow's eyes. To many, it may look as if he is weeping. And
Right. Are we going to check these doors, or should we just go
I
out?
mean, I'd check the doors.
Okay.
Sure. I'm going to go to this one first.
Over there, where's the layer? I don't draw on it. What do I do that for? Number 3. This room looks as if it were once the church office. A large desk sits beneath a shattered window. Outside is naught but damp earth. Shelves and bookcases line the walls, but the books and papers are mouldering. A large tome sits on a podium placed before the desk.
I'm very interested by this tome, so I'm going to pick it up and see what it is.
Okay.
I'm going to check this here as well.
Check that door as well. Let me just... what have I done? Move the door out of the way. You have found what appears to be an empty room, but the door to the north appears to lead back into the bell tower. Arwen, are you going with somebody? Are you forging off on your own?
No, I definitely need to stay with someone because at the moment I have no clue where the doors are. So
Come with me, buddy. We can do some doors together.
that's it. I'll follow you then.
Okay, so you're over with Phineas. I'll come back to you guys in a second. Ingo, you're having a look at the book, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a religion check. Nice. You recognise this as the... Let me see if I can get this pronunciation correct. Enchiridion? which is the holy text of both Morrow and Thamar, the twins. And looking in the book is open. Now, normally this book you would read it cover to cover one way, and you'd have the text of Morrow, and then if you flipped it over and read it the other way, you'd have the text of Thamar. So on as you open the book, on the right hand side you'd be reading Morrow, on the left would be like the Thamar text but upside down. In this book, the Morrow text seems to have faded, but the Thamar text seems to still be there.
Huh. Someone's like really reading the Morrow part with their finger quite violently, aren't they?
Violent with the finger.
I
mean,
love
like you know when you
that's
game,
the conclusion
and
you've come to.
You know when you game and your keyboard gets like all messed up with the buttons.
Worn out the keys on your keyboard.
Just a little bit. I don't have a. I have a W, and then I don't have a S, A, or a D.
You don't walk forward very often in games, then, Owen. Just side to side and backwards.
Apparently.
He's a strafer.
Okay. Are you having a go around the rest of the room as well?
Yeah.
Okay. You find a scrap of paper on top of the slate-topped desk, which is written in Old Signarin, so it's like Old English to the language you know.
It's like ye old.
Yeah, but it simply says, "Leandra, forgive me. I will always love you."
Leandra. Why do I recognise that name?
You shouldn't.
Okay, that's fine.
Lexaria is Alexia's mum, which might sound similar.
Right.
I will open this door, but I'll let you do other people's door.
No, sorry, I was going to finish up that room. There's still a desk that you can look into. That was just on top of the desk.
Oh, right. So I can look inside a desk and
You
stuff.
can indeed.
All right. Perception or?
No, it's all right. You can look and find it. You find 2 scrolls. Like I say, scrolls. They're etched onto thin iron plates, which apparently is an ancient way of making scrolls rather than like writing them. They seem to have stood the test of time better. They are. Give me Arcana. You've got a fairly good indication that these are probably the equivalent of spell scrolls.
Oh.
But you don't know what spells at the moment, or what level, or anything about them.
Oh, they're easy to pick up and everything.
Yeah. I mean, they're etched onto iron plates. They're pretty hefty for a scroll, but yes, they're transportable.
Well, I'll use them and have a chat with the others and see if I can work out what they are.
Okay. So make a note. You've got 2 scroll plates, and also inside the desk is an unlocked iron box.
Ooh. I will open it.
Okay, inside the box is a well-preserved tome and a handful of strange-smelling canvas sachets.
I don't know what that means. So
Aromatherapies for noobs.
Potpourri!
Well, I mean, given how everything else around has rotted, but this book appears to be in good nick, they've done something for it.
Dehumidifier.
actually, I'm going to take them because I think Phineas might like them.
Okay. What are you doing with the book?
I'll have a nose in it quickly and see.
Okay. It appears to be some kind of record. It's got names, loads of names. What appears to possibly be date of death and the cause of death.
Is the date like ancient?
Yes.
Right. Okay, I'm not. Scrolling through it quickly, do I see any important names? Or anything that would be like, whoa, what?
Yes. Yes. You catch a very familiar name, one that rings with what you're looking for. You find Kalasa.
Yeah. How did he die? Is it
Poison from giant serpent. Yeah.
okay? Cool. So the stories are true then. That's what.
Yes. Yeah. The information in the book matches up with the legends.
Cool. It was just checking sure it wasn't like killed by demon.
God, they hid a lot, didn't they? They covered it all up. Okay, we'll flip over to Phineas and Arwen then. Phineas, are you opening the door or are you letting Arwen check it?
Oh, we'll let Arwen do all the normal checks.
So, Arwen, what do we normally do? We normally do perception for...
Perception followed by a thieves' tools.
Perception, followed by thieves' tools. Well, you can't really hear anything, but it's sort of a weird acoustics down here. However, you are 100% certain there is not a trap on this door. You crit your thieves' tools roll, by the way.
I'm awesome, and I'm not even rolling.
Okay. Where are you going? So and then you're opening it. Let me just move the door out of the way. As you open this, don't go in yet, Phineas. God, you're keen, aren't you? Where is he? What was that? Has somebody got a musical instrument?
Oh, it could be me. I might have knocked not my mic.
You see, come on. Oh, Owen, failed.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
You see a skulking chap who, as you open the door, he then skitters off into the shadows.
Oh,
Can I see him in the shadows with my 120 feet dark vision?
You couldn't from where you were because you hadn't stepped into the room. He got out of line of sight rather than into the shadows. But stepping into the corridor, you and Phineas do so. He is, plain to see in front of you. Let me just describe him to you. Where is he? That's a rubbish description. I've read a better description of him. I just don't know where he is. Again, it's been about 4 weeks since I read this.
yeah, Master. Whenever you say, Master, it gives me that sort of vibes.
Yeah, that's the sort of vibes.
Voice acting on Fiverr, just saying, coming soon.
No.
Karen.
Oh, camera didn't like that. Bear with me. Let me just show you all. I have to, unfortunately, show you. Come on.
Sure, I won't see it.
I'll describe it for you.
Can you see the cameras on your phone?
I can see cameras. Yes.
There he is.
Ah, you're a little star, right? Thank you. Yeah.
Did we meet that guy in the graveyard?
No.
It's alright. We met a crazy guy in the graveyard once.
You did.
Similar vibes.
You did. Yeah, similar vibes. He's. So you step in, and he looks like he's been down here a while. He's not exactly clean shaven nor clean attired, but he's started to cling to the shadows. And then as you guys stepped in, and he sort of was a bit cornered, he's straightened himself up a bit and steps forward. Are you
Hey.
Are you here to help me?
Well,
That depends, doesn't it? Oh, yeah.
it does. Helping is generally our business. There is generally a cost. That is my understanding of how our business seems to work. Whatever our business actually is. Anyway, Fuendo, what do you need?
As he steps forward again, he's got a pronounced limp, and he said, my leg, I couldn't get back out. Those nasty thugs, they threw me down here weeks ago, but I can't get out. My leg. Will you help me out?
What have you been eating and drinking?
It's horrible, but the water comes through the walls, and there's plenty of rats. They're not tasty, but they've kept me alive.
Here. Have a good berry.
Oh, very kind of you.
Now, can I have a look at your leg? I'm not necessarily trained, but I'm familiar with medicine to a point.
It hurts. I'd rather. Can you just help me out?
I mean, come on, fella. You're sounding like some people I've met before. But no, wait. I mean, let me look at your leg before you ask to help me out one more time. Otherwise, my friend here's just going to stab you.
Yeah.
Whoa! I've not done anything.
Take both my daggers out, and I'll stand there looking at him, really green.
I'm getting pretty good at this, ain't I? Okay, so let me look at your leg.
Very, very well. And he.
Describe his pins to me. No,
he
carry on.
lets you step closer and examine his leg. Do you want to give me a medicine roll? You were already on it. Nicely done. You poke and prod, and he gives a few winces and yelps of pain as you're poking and prodding. But from your medical knowledge and your knowledge of anatomy, his yelps and his winces and whatnot don't really coincide properly with what you were actually doing. He may be hurt, he may have had an injury at one point, but he's definitely not being 100% with you at this point.
Stabby, stabby.
Okay, Gwen, tell me why you're trying to get me to use magic rather than just check you over, because that's what I get the feeling you're trying to do.
Magic? You do magic? I didn't realise.
Yeah, that's why you keep on saying, help me out, like it's nothing but don't let me look. I'm just saying, friendo.
No, I meant help me back up out of the tower.
Oh, that's just a simple misunderstanding then, isn't it, my friend? Apart from, I don't think that's true. I'm all over the shop. Arwen, do something.
Insight check on this guy.
Okay.
Thanks. Man, that's like my best stat. I should be doing that.
Did that come up your end?
No.
Beg your pardon.
Do you know, how is it possible that I don't have an internet connection yet? I can still hit. I can still use my. It must be offline. The thing I've just rolled the 17 on Insight on a Roll20 page that's not connected to the internet.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
There probably is some sort of offline functionality with it. It's probably all the script in the page, and it just doesn't.
Well, that doesn't help you, mate, know whether you're online or not, does it? Okay, roll for me then. Go on.
No, it's all right. I mean, if you want to flip the camera around and show us it on the screen.
Tell me if you can see it.
A bit closer.
Closer.
Yeah, it's a 17.
Yeah, that's a 17.
Maybe.
Yeah, this
Hey,
guy.
just because Arwen lies doesn't mean I do, you know. I'm a very, very honest guy.
I mean, as soon as you picked the camera up to move it around, I knew you were telling the truth, because you wouldn't start that process if you weren't going to follow through.
I've got nothing to lose. It's a game.
You don't. Arwen
Yeah.
might.
Yeah, Arwen does, yeah. Yeah, 17. Come on.
Okay. He's hiding something. He's not being 100% with you.
Right, so I'm going to stay finished. Back off. Now, you've got a simple choice to make. You can be honest with me, or I can start practicing my knife throwing. And to be honest with you, I'm not that bad at it. So, you're going to have to dodge pretty quick. What do you want to do?
Please don't hurt me.
Count to 5. I'm really bored. 1.
I'm
2.
Okay. I wanted to keep it for myself, but there's
3.
There's unknown riches downstairs. I just need some help.
Well, if you don't know about them, how do you know they're there?
Did I say unknown or untold?
You said unknown.
Untold riches.
Ah, okay, all right. Well, don't tell us about them. We'll go and see them ourselves.
Schrodinger's riches. Can't say it.
Schrodinger's cat. Yep.
Riches beyond
lead the way, fella.
Beyond your wildest desire, in the mausoleum downstairs.
Really? Interesting. So, what were you going to do? Come back and get them yourself?
I may have been trying to.
Right, turn around, lead the way. I want to see the shinies. If there's enough shinies to make me happy, I won't stab you to death with both of my daggers like a mad leprechaun.
Leprechaun? What's a leprechaun?
You'll find out if you don't show me the shinies.
Yeah, it's fair.
Okay.
I hear they have lots of teeth.
They do, they're not nice.
While that's been going on, then, Tok, Phineas, are you still disguised selfed?
No, God, no. Well, yeah, I guess so. I assume it feels like it would have been an hour, but I don't know.
It hasn't been an hour, but so you don't have to have dismissed it, but
I feel like I probably would have.
Okay. Ingo, same for you?
I was going to say, once we got into church and it's like, this is what we're looking for, I would have been like, I don't need to keep my magic up anymore.
No, that's fine. So while that was going on then, Tok, you have found this little L-shaped corridor that leads back into the bell tower.
I have a little door as well.
And yes, and a little door on the side. Are you opening said door?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, too much. It leads into some sort of room around the corner. Stepping in, this time has thoroughly ravaged this room, but it looks like it used to be someone's living quarters. You see the rotting remains of a bed, dresser, table and chairs before you. There's also an irregular hole in the middle of the stone floor. This mark.
I will investigate the hole a little bit. Is it a deep hole?
It goes through the floor. So approaching
Can I look into it with my dark vision-ish eyes?
You can indeed. It looks to be about 10 feet deep. And down below, give me a perception check.
Sure. Give me a second. Perception. Okay, not bad.
That's pretty good. Let me bear with me 1 second.
If this is another toilet, Chris, I won't be happy.
No, this is definitely not. This is like a natural hole that's come over time, crack in the floor rather than. There it is. Couldn't find the character sheet I was looking for.
Oh, this is.
Ooh. Okay. However, you see something. You can't pick out the details of it, but you can see something moving around in what appears to be water. I mean, you can't discern the colour, so it's just this black mass of liquid, and you can't see how deep it is. But you have got, so you can see something moving around down there. It appears to be, as you looked in, and appeared to see something, it then retreated out of your line of sight.
Right. I will back out of said room and shut the door.
Okay.
And go and report back to my colleagues of what I have discovered in said room with this creepy, weirdy movie thing.
Okay. And which colleague are you going to? You're going to Ingo?
Yeah, he's the boss. He's my daddy.
Cool. So he went through door at the bottom down here. Ingo, what are you doing then? You've searched this room. Are you looking at this door where you are?
Yeah, I'll have a nice in the store.
Okay. Oops. And do you want me to read the description again, or did you hear it when I told Jace?
I heard it when you told me the first time. There's a big hole in the floor and
There's a big
some
hole in the
rotting
floor.
beds and stuff.
Bed, dresser, table, and chairs.
I'll poke my head out of this door and see if we can see anyone. See Talk and be like, "Hey Talk, it's a big hole in the floor here, mate."
Another one, or is it the same one?
I don't know. Is it like a room with like a bunch of dilapidated beds and
Yeah, it'd be the same room then.
anything? You've been down a hole.
No, I saw something move and it scared me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm gonna go back, close this door, and just yeah.
Barricade it up and then we can move on.
Where are Arwen and Phineas? They seem to be. This door's open over here. Let's go down this way, Talk.
So as you are, Ingo.
I'm moving back.
No, it's all right. Yeah, as you get to about there, out of this door comes this little chappie, very, very weathered individual, followed by Arwen and Phineas. This chap has mentioned that he sort of motioned that he needs to go past you to take you to the right place, and then he starts heading this way. He obviously spots you guys. And sort of freezes for a second and looks back at Phineas and Arwen. I'm wondering why Arwen's not moving, and I realised it's my responsibility to move Arwen around.
I'm trying. I'll probably get my internet back in about 11:59.
Yeah. If it's we'll be like, "You guys making friends?"
Something like that. He knows where all of the unknown, untold
Shinies.
treasures are.
Shinies. He knows where shinies are.
Where are they, dude?
Downstairs in the mausoleum.
Oh.
The tombs of the fallen.
The mausoleum
sorts of
that
wonders.
we're looking for. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. Hey, mate, and I'll go up to him and use prestidigitation and clean his clothes up a bit. You stink.
Oh, thank you. I haven't smelled so fresh in months.
Right, lead the way then, son.
So he heads up to this door up here, and opens said door, which leads into a bit of a right angle corridor, and down to some stairs. Okay, bear with me 1 second.
What I might suggest, guys, is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide somewhere for half an hour, get my wild shapes back, go tell Solix where we are. Is that a good idea?
Yeah.
Do we think that's a good idea?
We could do
Yeah.
with Solix and yeah.
'Cause I can pretty much escape this place as a spider if I needed to, so Before we go much, much deeper, I'm just thinking I may serve very useful going to tell Solix where we are. I'm not sure how he's going to get down here, but that's going to be a fun story in itself.
So the chap is seems to be rather put out that you're not following him straight down. Come on, we've got to go.
Make the call.
I mean, if you want to go back, you can. I get what you're getting at, by the way, James.
Thanks.
Yep. I think we're going to need muscle if we're going down there.
Yeah.
You've got 2 gobblers, and a couple of other
Singer
guys.
boy. 2 gobbers and a singer.
No, 2 goblins and a bagpiper.
Walks into a pub.
Yeah, I think maybe.
We could just find what we need on the bottom floor, so we could just go for it, have a quick look, and then I can turn around if not. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do that.
Okay. So heading down, you end up at here. Can everybody give me an insight check?
No.
Come on.
Oh, wrong way.
I hate it when you got +7 in Summit.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got
right. Okay, I'll help you.
I got +9 in something.
Arwen,
Hold on, Tom.
insight. Yeah, Phineas, Arwen beat you with a -1.
No, it's good stuff, innit?
So,
RNG.
Ingo, Tok, and Arwen, you all notice that this chappie, who is accompanying you, is getting more and more nervous the further down the stairs you get. And as you get to this point, as you're coming down towards the bottom of the stairs, you encounter some water. The entire ground floor appears to be flooded.
Well, lead on then, mate.
After you.
Or are you a bit scared or something?
But my leg, I can't.
It's going to be a lot worse if you don't keep walking, and I'll just run one of my daggers along the wall.
I can tell from here your leg's fine. Go on.
Yeah, no, it's true. I inspected him and he said ow at all the wrong times.
I'll tap him on the shoulder with my pistol and go, you want to move on?
I can't.
It's not a question, it's an order, sir. Move on.
Okay. He's going to take the disengage action and leg it back upstairs.
Can we try and catch him?
So you can roll initiative. Yep. Let's go for initiative. He's done that so he's going to go top of the round. Let's do it that way. CT. Start combat. He's ended up rolling high. Arwen, that was the one we're missing. Initiative 12. So he has naturally rolled high on the initiative, which is great, because he was going first for that. He has gone 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He has actually gone his 30 feet of movement, because he took the action to disengage and then he legged it for his 30 feet of movement. He's gone back up the stairs and around. It is Phineas, your turn.
Cool. Then I'm gonna thorn whip him.
So to see him, you'd need to move to there, at the very least, and then you can thorn whip him. 22 is a hit for 7 damage, and pulls him 10 feet closer.
Yep.
Cool.
And then how much movement do I have left?
You've only moved 5 feet there. That was just back round the corner.
Cool. Then I will move to this side of him and try and look as menacing as I can.
Okay.
Do I have any bonus action stuff? No. No, I don't. Okay, cool.
Arwen, what would you like to do? If you were to move 5, 10, 15 feet back up, you are now, you can move another 5 and get into melee with him.
Yeah, I'll do that. And we'll go for my +1 dagger first.
Yep.
Stab. Roll the dice.
So, +1 dagger first. Gets us a 17, which is a hit, for 4 damage. And then we have a sneak for 3d6. Yes?
Yes, yeah.
It is another 12.
And I'll hamstring him.
Which does...
Stops him running.
let me
If you look, I was going to say, if you look on the
hamstring. Let's stick it in the chat so everyone can see. Speed is halved for a number of rounds equal to your dexterity modifier. So he is hamstrung for 2.
Yep.
Cool. CT. Add a condition. Hamstrung for 2 rounds.
Can I get my second dagger into play?
You can indeed.
Go on then.
For an 8 this time, which does miss.
Oh well. Okay, that's me. Then you can click the go button.
I shall indeed click the done button. Tock. Again, just like the others, you've probably only got 5 or 10 feet of movement to get back to a point where you can see.
Right. Oh, look. Is it worth me shooting him?
Yeah. Always.
Right, I'm going to stick up to this corner here where I'm assuming I'm going to be like at the corner, peeking around the corner.
So you would be... you'd be just there, but yes, you would have line of fire from there.
Right, with my pistol,
Okay.
I will shoot at him. Just a normal shot as well. Oh.
Just a normal
14.
shot. A 14 is going to miss due to the proximity of your friends.
Oh, well, that's a shame. That could have hurt him quite a lot.
That would have hurt him quite a lot, yes. Indeed.
There you go. All done.
Ingo. You
Right,
are,
I'm gonna. How far away from him am I?
You are 10 feet away. You could step up 5 feet.
Yeah.
And be in melee with him.
I'm gonna go up to him and be like, "Oh lads, let's grab him and chuck him in the water." He obviously didn't like that, did he? See what's down there by throwing him in there, and then I'm gonna try and grapple him.
Okay.
So how do I do that?
You do athletics.
Yeah.
Right, that's a way to do it. And he's going to do acrobatics to attempt to avoid it. And he's failed. He is now grappled.
And then I'm gonna try and start moving him back towards.
Yep. So moving while grappled. Where is it? Grappler. To try and... Oh no, that's the feet. Grappling. There we are. How many different ways can you write the same word? So moving a creature. When you move, you can drag or carry the creature with you, but your speed is halved unless the creature is 2 or more sizes smaller than you. So you've moved 5... You've moved 5'10" to get to there, giving you 20 feet of movement left, which means you can get back to where you were.
Yeah, I'll drag him down to where I was.
Cool. So I will pop you back where you were.
Obviously, like, telling, come on lads, help me out here.
I'm going to put him, literally, he's just above you.
Yep.
Actually, no, let's stick him there, because that is actually where he is. And it's his turn. So he's going to try and escape from the grapple, which is his dex versus, again, your... Oh, come on. He really is hamstrung. His dex versus your athletics. Yeah, he's failed to escape the grapple. He is sobbing at this point. And Phineas.
Well, I guess I'll help out with the grapple if I may.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you take the help action, which gives
Advantage
Ingo
to Ingo.
advantage on any checks to maintain the grapple.
There we go. I'm helping.
Arwen, you are engaged with him. He is in melee with. He is grappled by Ingo. What would you
Yep.
like to do? Are you gonna leave him to it, or are you gonna stick a little shiv in him?
I think I'm a shiv guy. Yeah, it's been a tough day, and I think I need to, be a rogue and shiv something.
Okay. Do you get advantage against grappled opponents?
Probably. They're not going anywhere.
Totally double grappled as well. We're like, come on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
No, you don't get advantage. The grappler gets advantage against grappled targets.
Okay.
But other people don't.
Let's stab him, do sneak, and then we'll blind him as well.
Your first attack for a 13 misses. And then
If the second one sneaks in,
the second one does sneak in for 3 points of damage
plus 3d6.
and 3d6 of sneak. 9 more, putting him unconscious.
What a shame. Never mind. Should we lob him in the water and see what takes him?
He's surprisingly easy to carry now. Yeah,
You've never carried a dead body, have you? Sorry, what?
less difficult to carry, I guess.
Certainly less difficult than carrying somebody who is actively trying to get away from you.
Yeah.
Good.
Come on, Phineas, let's chuck him in the water.
Okay, boss man.
Tok, your turn.
I'm just going to stand here and give him moral support.
Okay.
The fact that he's unconscious and it hasn't ended is not worrying at all.
Ingo.
Right. Let's get him. Yeah. I'll just go as far as I can towards.
Yes, you've only got 5, 10. You could go another 5, but that is your feet are getting wet now. Getting to there, you are like 3 feet into the water, 3 feet underwater at this point.
Can you move me down to the other map, please?
Yep.
So to a point where I can just put him in the water and just kind of push him out. So float him out into the water.
Yeah. Okay, so you push him out into the water, and in the light, you see what appears to be a huge mass of bones comes out and consumes this poor body. And we're going to call it there.
We got the
Can I,
bait.
in seeing that, can I turn around to Phineas and go, Phineas, get us Solix?
And yeah, and then I bamf and just run. I don't bamf. I just okay, and I run away. But it's going to take me over half an hour to remotely get out of here. But okay, bye.
That's fine. We
We'll
shall resume next week. Well, yes, yeah, I think we'll be still on the campaign next week. I believe we will be losing James from our roster. James's work commitments added. What's the word I'm looking for? Added responsibility of management. And
I can only handle so much.
James is going to be leaving our roster this week, which, incidentally, for this last book, does open a slot. So, if you are a nerdy regular, if you are somebody with the nerdy ethos, please, and you want to jump in, please give us a shout. Message me on Facebook, Discord, or any other avenue you've got. If you want to jump in and take part in the climax of this adventure, we'd love to have.
Please do. It has been great fun. It's been an absolute pleasure playing with you gents, and I'm sure we will again in the future. But this is the first time I've had a character where I'm like, he's not dead, he's just disappearing for a while. Okay, because Phineas is cool, so it's all good. But yeah, seriously, thank you everyone, and yeah, I'll be about. You'll see me.
You'll definitely see you. Get on down to Nerdy. Get to our D&D nights. Get to our D&D
Please do.
nights. And remember, book, because because yeah, we can't take walk-ins.
All that jazz.
All that jazz. I'll just point you to 10 to 10 and just listen back there, because I did a better job of it then when I wasn't quite so tired. So thank you everybody for sticking with us to the end of the stream. Thank you to all the players. Hopefully Tom will be back with us next Friday, and with any luck we'll have somebody new. We'll see how that goes. Cheers guys, and thanks for watching.